compared to things like Jetman.
Understandable.
Or Deca Ranger. And admittedly, Deca Ranger doesn't really go anywhere as a show. It doesn't even bother with, really.
Alright.
You hard boiled.
These eggs.
Oh, that's sad.
Anyway. Are we live now? We good to go? What the fuck? Dan, let me know if we're good.
Oh, the stream's up? Yeah, stream's up.
Alright.
And I can hear.
Let me do a quick edit because Twitch doesn't like my titles for some reason.
And how does that make you feel?
Eagle.
Like punching people.
Okay.
Well, you're in a giant robot. You gotta do that.
Yeah.
Echo speaking the stupid.
What about
I'm changing the speaker on this damn thing. It sucks. That's like one of the main gripes with the Zero change. The speaker sucks. Well, that and it didn't really.
Yeah,
play
I've
much.
noticed there's a couple of merch items that for some reason just have really weak speakers. I'm not sure why.
Yes, this is by far, and out of my whole collection, this changer is the weakest one. With the weakest speakers. I don't know why, and I gave it to these speakers to begin with. But
The same thing with from the X8 collection, Shakurigi Sports. That specific gadget, for some reason, has a way quieter speaker than everything else. Anyway,
That's odd.
I know, like it's noticeable, quiet. It's like it's muffled by something, and I've tried listening at like other people's versions of it, and it sounds the same. So
yeah,
it's just a thing.
like I think with the Geo Bird Cube or Changer, I think that speaker sounds a little bit louder. I'm not to look it up. I think they improved it on there. So this one, not so much, not at all.
Maybe.
But
All right.
But
just making sure y'all can hear me on the screen.
Yeah, I can hear.
yeah, we got you.
Alright.
I can hear you now.
Yay. Breaker 9951234. I don't know what the fuck.
One
that
Adam
is.
12, one Adam 12.
Yeah, we can hear you on the stream.
Big
Alright,
Humble on 3 after service.
Alright, that wasn't very funny, but hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Writers of the Grid podcast. Episode
Right, it's a good
52.
podcast. 52.
52. Yeah.
Right,
Today
is
is the day. Well, we got a jingle?
I don't know. Do we? I can do it.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we can
No,
sidetrack
no,
this already.
But anyway, we got cool news today.
We got a lot of news this week. Like a
And-
lot of news.
And let me run down who's here today. Of course, you got me, your host. We'll do that later.
Yeah.
We got our resident jukebox. Say hi, Doug.
Yo.
We got our old man who yells at clouds sometimes. Say hi, Greg.
Yeah, get off my lawn! Damn kids!
We got the
And
bro.
your little dog, too.
I'm about to beat your ass because Wanda
What?
got me
Okay.
fucked up.
Okay.
Alright.
Whatever the hell that.
Nah, Doug caught on. He caught it.
I did.
Yeah. Anyway, we got the bro, Clank. Say hi, Clank.
Hello.
No. You say,
Hi,
hi,
Clank.
Clank.
Yes.
How hard is this, Clank? We've been through this.
He doesn't have the script.
Awful dad jokes must
doesn't-
be the only jokes told
I'm
on
sorry,
this
I'm
stream.
sorry.
He doesn't
Where's
have.
my script, man?
He
Where's my
got
script?
Frag wrote the script. It's his fault. He didn't get it to you.
I mean, I don't think Clank is a dad yet, so it's understandable that he missed it.
Speaking of dads, we got the best dad writer of the group here. Probably the one. Kazong,
The only one.
Master Kazong, is in the building. What's up, bro?
He's somewhere.
Nah, I think he's here. I don't think his mic's on. But he's here.
Yeah.
He the bro. Glad to have you back. And
Last but not least.
one of our favorite ultras, Silver. He's not just an ultra. He's a man of toku taste. Say hi, Silver.
Thank you, and welcome, guys.
Yeah. Shout out to Shio, the homie. He hasn't been here. Got some things, but he'll be here sometime. He'll show up.
All
Shout
right.
out to Blaze. He's supposed to be here, but I don't know what's going on.
Wherever the
with him
heck
right
Blaze
now.
is.
But,
In the ether.
well, if you see Blaze, Ryder kick him in the chest. He'll be okay.
No, you don't need to go that far. Just a slap in the face is all you need.
Fine, a
That
little
works.
slap on the wrist.
Nah, to the face. It's funnier.
Alright, so today is the day we review Kiramager.
Yes, sirree.
Very good sentai. But before we get into that, we got news, so Dun, take it away.
Yes, we got a lot of news this week. So I'll start with the one bit of Ultra news for this week. In case you guys didn't see it, Avenger is getting a manga.
Yeah!
Avenger is getting a manga.
Shout out to Avenger and the squad
I'm
before
always happy to see
Zero
things.
I think it's a prequel manga. Is it a prequel manga?
It is a prequel
That is
to
my
Ultraman Z.
Yeah, even better.
Basically describing, I assume, just
The manga fights
Information.
Avenger, serialized in April.
So it's about them before Zet showed up.
Yeah, it's about
Tatakai Sevenja.
Awesome, we get Avenger.
Ikuyo Sevenja.
That's what I like to hear. Avenger greatness. One of the better
This is
parts.
gonna be Sevenger bodying Kaiju. Like, what more do you want?
Exactly.
And to have the science team be like, yo, we're the science team and we do shit, we promise. We're relevant.
Yeah. I'm down with that.
What was the main sign girl name? What was her name? I forgot what her name was.
Was it Yuki?
I forgot her name.
No, Yoko was the
Yuko.
Yuko?
I don't remember. Right?
God
Been a
damn
while.
it.
It's been a hot month.
I really has.
I like her though. She's cute.
You want to clarify? You don't even know how else. Yo, I found
From
out
the
what I
looks of
did.
it, in the prequel, like the main four storage guys are all going to be in the manga. So.
Storage, that's what they call the
Yuka.
science team.
Yuka.
Yes, story.
Yeah, her name
Yoko
is Yuka, and the other
Senpai.
girl's name is Yoko.
Yeah, I was like, yo, the actress is young.
For Yuka?
Yeah, she's like 19.
Oh.
Really?
Yes.
She's 20 now. She's 20 now. I got her.
Yeah, she's 20 now, but when she started, she was 19.
Yeah,
I
okay,
was
got
like,
it.
what?
Like you're talking about the actress, right?
Yes.
Or-
Yeah,
Yeah,
the actress.
Yeah, but the majority, well, not the majority, but in terms of acting and stuff like this, sometimes it might end up being a lot.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna need a run back on that, but still, I was like, damn, she's not cool.
I think not all of them. There might be
She
some
was
that
so
might have
polished
thought
and refined.
Alright.
Aged like fine liqueur.
Anyway, Avenger will get a manga. That's a thing that's happening, apparently. Apparently, Avenger saw Buster's manga and was like, you know what, I could do that too. And so he
Yay,
did.
kid. No, imagine
take him
Buster
off.
piloting Avenger. That is a great thing.
Alright.
Avenger with Buster's lesson, dude. Oh. Freaking bad. Anyway.
He's better than a baddie's head on a stick.
Alright. I think that's the only
I will never get over that.
It is so
Same here.
ridiculous.
Same here.
Like, it's so
Like-
funny. I can't hate it because it's so funny.
Just dumb.
I no dumber than anything Geo did.
And
It's just much
Jesus
more.
didn't talk!
It made noises.
It was not sentient!
How do you know? Just because it didn't talk to you, Doug.
so, Kazan,
It didn't
thank
talk
you
in the
for
series.
thanks for the sub again, Kazan.
No. You bastard!
You keep trying to set up a false equivalence.
Thank you. Oh!
Hey, look who's here!
Blaze showed up for once.
Well, look what a cat came man.
This is, Echo Food.
He hasn't responded yet.
Thanks for the cut off his mic. When you hear the noise, then you know he's here.
Oh yeah, right. He hasn't been there yet. Alright, do I want to... Are we going to move on to the next bit?
Yeah.
Or you want to wait for Blaze?
Go ahead to the next bit.
In Kamen Rider stuff... before... There he is. Hey Blaze.
What?
Blaze, we're doing the news. What are your opinions on this Avenger manga? Blaze? Nope, he's gone again.
God damn. Look, I'm using the even more shittier headphone this time. Ouch.
Even more? Even worse? Scott.
We have descended to depths never before plumbed.
Anyway, I'm excited for a manga, unlike you, Dan, which I know you hate. Damn it, Dan.
I don't hate him, I'm just indifferent.
Hey, we doing Gundam?
Yes, they're doing Gundam. If you want to hop in, join.
We are doing Gundam. It's fine.
Anyway.
Yeah, hop in, Blaze.
I suppose this... I'm just looking through the Discord to find news. There's a Hello Kitty Kamen Rider Decade collaboration event.
Ain't the first time.
It is not the first time.
Five.
The last time it was Fies, but now it's Decade.
What is happening? You can't body me like this.
Blue unit.
Anything about Hello Kitty.
Alright, Lucas is not working for me today.
So yeah, that's a thing that will happen. Because franchising, or whatever.
I'm sorry, for me, you're hearing Hello Kitty right now.
Hello Kitty collaborated with Gundam. It's not the first time they did something.
Yeah, it's something like the first.
Where the fuck is this movie coming from? Hold on, what is this?
Hello Kitty had a lot of collaborations with lots of different things. It's just for me just hearing it.
Well, now it's Decade.
Because I don't hear Hello Kitty that often now these days. I'm like, dude, my mom loved that Decade.
And the only other significant little bit of Rider news
Y'all both jumped the fuck out of me.
the other little bit is the scans. We got scans for next month, including finally our first female rider of the series, Severa.
Took way too long.
Yeah,
Should have been there from the jump.
well,
As the protagonist.
I mean, she been doing some work though without having her rider powers.
through manipulation, yes, she has.
She is.
But she is Kamen Rider Sevilla. She uses Eneiken Yomu, Eneiken Noroshi. There we go. A smoke blade. Her element is smoke, and she has a bug encyclopedia for her book, Kanshu Daihyaku.
That was expensive.
Yes, and she's only the second one who's using animals for her base power. About time. But no, it's about time she shows her blade, because man, she's been in the series for a while now. Where has that sword been?
Oh, I got
I'm excited. The other significant thing from the scans is Elemental Primitive Dragon. The attachment for Primitive Dragon that loves instant killer. I think it looks pretty cool. I like the contrast.
Okay, this is attachment. If they're not making it into like a separate, because
it's a book that plugs into the other book.
Okay, I need to see how
That's
that.
what he did like for Brave Dragon.
Yeah, but okay, I have to see it. I need to see it because I saw the picture for it, and it looked like and I saw like the pages of elements. I can't even get the damn name. But like I saw how they changed the colors of the OG one, and I thought they divided it into a separate book. Because I was just like, why couldn't you make it a page or something? But
No, it is. It's a whole other book that is plugging into Primitive Dragon's book. So we got stacking books here, like actually stacking.
Yeah, like I get that. I was just curious. I thought they made it. You know, that's all. I thought they made it like that one. What a difference. That was when my first thoughts when I first seen it.
Yeah. Anyway, it looks pretty cool. I like the contrast, the red and orange contrast.
We gotta make a new room after this. Too.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I believe.
Not to like, you know. I mean, I appreciate that's a female setup. That's always cool, but how long should we expect? You know, she's gonna hit the bed.
Well, she's been in the series since like episode 16, so.
Yeah.
I don't know what she is evil, so I don't know.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
At least right now, she's evil. Well, we'll see what happens in the rest. But she seems pretty steadfastly evil, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Does the exam system give him a damage boost or something?
It changes his melee moveset and his other moveset, and probably, yes, boosts his damage.
God.
Anyway,
You also
other
can
things,
throw a robot by its head.
other smaller things from the scans are Jaw Dragon. Caliber is coming back more in the series with Jaw Dragon. He came back in this episode, I'll talk about that, but he's coming back in a bigger way. And then we have the Television, like, hyper battle form, Power of X Swordsman or Hero X whatever. Which is Saber, it's basically just Saber with the X Sword, with Saber's, or Psycho's X Swordsman on his arm.
Oh, come on.
Like red and white.
Really?
Looks pretty cool.
God,
It's a nice, it's a hyper battle video, so. It is what it is.
Alright, let's get blazing here.
It's claiming that I did not get bodied that round, but alright. I felt like I got bodied that round. Phantom is so freaking hard to use. It's so questionable. Okay, 1 sec. I'm gonna disband and recreate. I'll make it with whatever.
No randoms, just us. We'll just change that.
Yeah, I'll set it all private, but have like a. At least we'll get rotations in.
Yeah.
Or we should anyway.
Oh, there is one more little bit of Kamen Rider news that we just found out today.
Go on.
Brand new license announcement: Kamen Rider, the classic manga collection by Shotaro Ishinomori. The complete 4-volume original run of the genre-defining manga in one beautiful hardcover. It's being released in America by 7 Seas Publishing.
Nice.
So words. They announced a while ago that Go Ranger was getting one. In April, now Kamen Rider is getting one. So, how's up? Now everyone can look into the sky. God or Buddha, there is Kamen Rider.
Well, that's
Spirits,
from Spirits. I would kill for them to localize Spirits, though. Spirits is so fun. I still have to get caught up on Shin Spirits.
This is the original manga by Shotaro Ishinomori himself.
Which is still pretty good.
It is. I was just looking at the Twitter thing, and that's
it's
the first
not
one,
as good as Cyborg 009, but it's good.
Cyborg 009.
Cyborg 009 is really good.
It's so good.
Long and bleed. Anytime else. Also, gotta say this now.
Yes.
For those who want to know what's up on the Toei channel this week, Kamen Rider Blade.
Ah, yes.
Episodes 1 and 2.
Blade has now gotten its first 2 episodes.
Yep.
So, of the Heiseis, we got Kuga, Ryuki, Blade, I think that's it. And the original Kamen Rider.
And Amazons. And V3.
Oh, and Amazons. Of course.
Amazons and V3.
Oh, V3 went in there?
Yeah, V3 was up too.
Oh.
Alright.
Which Amazons as in the Amazon Prime series? Or
No.
Amazon?
The original Amazon. The original Amazon.
Yeah, that's just a special one. That's already in English, so they're not worried about that.
Yeah. Alright. And then, I believe the last little bit of news is some major Sentai news.
Super Sentai news.
With the end of Kiramager, they announced Kiramager versus Ryu Soja.
We're getting the versus movie back, boys. Excuse me. The Ryu soldiers aren't done yet.
Not quite. But yeah.
Which is cool because the Ryu soldier was pretty good. It took a minute to get there. I kind of like think of it like how Drive was, like kind of like a slow start, but when it got there, it got there. That's how I feel about it. I enjoyed it.
I quite like Ryu Soldier, and it's good to see them come back with the Kiramagers. So
yeah, man, I was hoping we would get that. I'm glad we got that. The Kiramagers versus Ryu Soldiers is happening. And they've already, like, the poster and the trailer show, they showed off who's being teamed up with who for the movie. Sakamoto is coming back to direct.
Your classic colors, yeah, and Sakamoto's there too.
Sakamoto's coming back to direct. The Reds are teamed up together, because I think, like, with the film strips in the background, seems like a movie thing, so...
Yeah, they're fighting the monster of the week, or the movie, like movie powers.
It's Kamen Rider Cinema. From Batride War.
Yeah. So yeah, we got the Reds teamed up, the Pinks teamed up, the Greens teamed up, Blue and Black teamed up, and Blue and Yellow teamed up.
Yes.
Yep.
All that is correct. Just Blue and Yellow from Blue, Ryuso, Yellow, Kirame Yellow, and then Kirame Blue with Ryuso Black.
Yep.
I'm hyped. It's gonna be pretty good. And also, Kamalo is trying. Apparently, Yodana is not quite dead yet,
so. I've got to figure out when it takes place. It might be before.
And there could always be, like, blatant Wishstone shenanigans.
True.
Also, possibly true. We shall talk about it. Alright, was there any other Sentai news or anything else anyone can think of?
No. Just Dino Fury episode 2 happened. That's it.
Check around. Yeah.
In terms of, like, show stuff, or regular, like, show news and whatnot, what was it? Oh.
That's an old, but I'm fine.
No, I think we're good.
Yeah, in terms of, like, Tokyo news. I think there's a bunch of non-token news, but yeah,
there's some. We got the name for Spidey's new movie. And...
Oh yeah, it's what is it?
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Makes sense if it's connected to the Multiverse of Madness.
We'll see what the movie is. I need to see a trailer first.
I'm just going by what they've told us.
I understand that, but I need to see a trailer first.
I'm aware.
If Spider-Man is not the main character, I'm not gonna.
No, that's for that's confirmed. He will be in
the next
Spider-Verse 2.
One.
Into the Spider-Verse 2.
Good, I guess.
But they didn't confirm Leopardon though, so.
Leopardon should be there. That's part of him.
I'm just saying.
It's Leopardon.
You have to say it.
I would hope.
Yeah, he was in the comics. Even Miles got those powers, that motherfucker. Beautiful.
And it was quite beautiful. Alright. And I think that's it for the news.
Yeah. Nothing else important. I'm not talking about that Superman news. I don't want to talk about it.
I don't know what you're referencing, so I don't know. Alright.
Good, please, no, I don't want to think about it.
Anyway. With that, we go to Superhero Time for this week. Superhero Time. We got, 24 of Saber and 45 of Kiramager, aka the last episode of Kiramager.
Come on, yo. I'm ready to continue.
Side note, the Decade and 7 DOs, Decade Death Pass and 7 DOs is also done.
Yep.
I have not watched. I haven't watched the last 2 episodes.
I saw him. Just
saved my life because I was dead, boy.
I don't know if we should go into it yet. I don't know.
We might.
We can save that for next week. We can save that for next week.
Yeah, we can save that for next week. We'll save it for next week since we got the whole Kiramager one going on right now.
So whoever winds up being on my team, please, you are on exclusive anti-Clank duty. I can't.
He can't fight X-Yu.
I fucking can't, dude. I'm sorry.
What if it's Clank on your team?
Then Clank, you're on anti-Clank duty.
Alright.
Just be the best you can be, whoever they are.
Oh,
I'm
man.
having to get carried hard.
At first,
He is not liked by the X-Men.
I
He
do
can't
not.
fight X-Men.
for a moment, I thought he was going to car full of journals on quote.
Damn, that's just X-Men. How about you? Oh, damn. Damn. I seen the kick you.
Alright. Anyway, since I assume we'll talk about Kiramager when we talk about Kiramager. We'll do the Saber one very quick. I like this episode of Saber. Episode of Saber is pretty good.
The Saber we talking.
We got a really good Saber versus Buster fight, which seems is just going to be the trend going forward. Like, Saber is just going to be fighting the other riders to recruit him to his side, like, twice. Again, this fight is really good.
Damn it, the fucking bullets. The bullets.
Use all their books, and then it's basically a draw at the end. Which again, Buster is way too strong.
Of course.
That's why he's getting the manga. He's goaded.
That's my man.
Yeah, but I'm really also liking this, how it's showing like Toma's own growth. Like, Toma's not beating him, but he's definitely showing like a lot of improvement and getting stronger. He is.
I dislike you, Clank.
I love how Saber has really unlocked his like pro tag energy at this point. So I like seeing that potential grow. It's really good.
He's just out blitzing me. Shoot, I did what I could.
You killed me once. Shit.
I don't think I got a kill on you.
You did. You killed me.
Let's see what else is there. It's under the book. I still feel really bad. I feel bad for Rintaro and Ren at this point because those two. Come on. Like Buster says he's gonna join Saber's side. Rintaro is just like having none of it. Even though everything's saying that the organization's evil right now, Rintaro is just like, I can't betray them because they were my family. Just like, dude, all your family's on the other side at this point. Come on. Ugh. And then Ren just has no fucking idea because Kento's dead. So.
I said this, so I say it again. Have there ever been any organization in the common battle?
There you go.
I hit you with my ult, but it stopped for some reason.
I could have popped my this energy field that I have, which blocks shots, but the initial hit should.
Hey,
Because I've gotten out of your ult midway through twice now, because the ghost field thing is up.
Clank.
Alright, and then at the very end of the episode here, we got an awesome fight with Legiel, which, by the way, I gotta compliment the villains in Saber. The Megiddo, I really like them. I don't know what it is, but I like all of them.
I'm sorry, can I just clarify in...
Oh no!
Sorry, Clank.
You're good, I just had to keep him up. I just didn't want you to die. There you go.
Yo, no! Oh, I hate you, Clank.
Saber goes for the dragon again.
I just
Saber
shot
steals
Frag.
all
Oh.
of Rintaro's books because
I
that's
love
just what he does.
That is it too.
Yeah.
Primitive Dragon is
I
real dope.
literally just shot Frag up. Oh my god.
I like in this how it literally just steals Lion Senki just right out of Rintaro's hands and just takes it for himself.
Brother, man, the way this man was cracking his whole body, I was like, damn.
And then the final little bit of the episode. So Primitive Dragon is still going on a rampage and whatnot. About to fight Psycho, and then Caliber just shows up out of a darkness portal, literally out of nowhere with no precedence. And then he just pieces out. He just shows up, blocks an attack, does a slash, and then he just leaves through the same portal. Everyone's standing and talking, he's just like, I'm out, and he's gone. he just shows up for a second and then he's out. So we learn absolutely nothing about who is Caliber right now.
If it's who I think it is, I'll be happy.
Well,
So
that's the
a theory.
So the major theory right now is that it's Kento. I think that's what most people are thinking right now, right?
Most likely,
Yep.
I have a slightly different theory.
I just saw this big burly person just chase towards
So,
me.
There.
just hear me out. At the beginning of the episode, we see Tassel, like, packing up and heading out,
You
right?
think it's Tassel?
And at the end of the episode, after Caliber appeared, and then peaced out, we get a cut back to Tassel's home, like we always do, but he's not there. Where the fuck is he?
It could be. Would be nice for him to actually do something.
Slight problem with that, though. In the episode, they also say, like...
Oh,
because they also have a little bit build
I'm
up.
sorry, Kazan.
They also build up Severa for next episode, the smoke user, and apparently it's revealed that the smoke is basically a sign that Severa is near. So the smoke was there, and then Severa stole a bunch of books from Saber and Buster. But that same smoke was also there, and they point this out in the episode when the Sword of Darkness disappeared, Anko Kenkurayami. So the implication
Say
is
that
that
5 times fast. sorry.
I will in a second. But,
Go.
But the implication is that Severa actually stole the Anko Kenkurayami.
Yeah, it's just
So-
that's gonna throw you off. That's what that's for.
Has a tongue twister.
Anyway, Anko Kenkurayami, Anko Kenkurayami, Anko Kenkurayami, Anko Kenkurayami.
And he's gonna do it.
There you
That's
go.
pretty damn good. I'm impressed.
Give him clap.
I'm impressed.
Shit, I could not do that.
I'm not.
I'm impressed as
clapping.
fuck. Go for it, dude.
Okay. I got it.
But yeah, so I don't know. So I really don't know who, honestly. It's implied here that Severa stole it, but then there's also the implication that it's actually Tassel. And so did Severa steal it and then Tassel stole it again? I don't know. Is it just Kento? Who knows at this point? There's a lot of mystery. There's a lot of really interesting mystery going on right now, and I'm all for it.
Ah, Blaze, okay.
Next episode is actually the premiere of Sevilla, so yeah, let's go. I really hope her sword isn't premium Bandai, by the way. That would suck.
I heard it was.
God damn it.
Alright,
I do like her sword. I knew it was gonna be a rapier. I knew it was.
Hey, it looks
I'm
dope.
gonna say right now, I'm gonna say right now, like in very terms of merge, Sabers, like so far in the Railroad series, like Saber is definitely like up there in terms of merge. Like they're releasing a lot more merge compared to what 0-1 has given us, and that's just crazy. It's awesome and crazy at the same time. But they're really cool, but it's so many. Like we got so many swords and everything now. They're releasing lots of Wonder Eye books, the big ones, and we haven't done yet.
Yeah, I couldn't reach him.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the series, but I think it all works together. I've been really liking
it.
Series.
It does. Like, there's no complaint on that at all. Yeah, I just find it crazy the amount of merch that they're releasing and how.
Come on.
Like, you don't really seem to disappoint so far.
wow, my god.
Yeah, especially with the fact that they're
Yeah,
all
it
like
was wild.
weapons too. Like they're all swords.
Jesus.
But like I added like what I would want for all the alternate swords that because they're the main ones or the main taken swords rather. Like I would have liked that little capability where they could just read the books for like attacks or something. Well, but overall they're still good. They're still awesome.
Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, but I'm really hyped for her appearance. This series has been freaking awesome for like ever. So
yeah, Raywa. I'll say this again. Raywa is also a good start so far. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Reiwa being off to a good start, Kiramager, episode 45. It was a great finale. I really like this finale.
Yeah, it was really good.
I'm still in the midst of it, so I'll say it when we actually discuss the show.
Oh, I learned something new. There you go.
All right. But no, this finale was really good. We got like the plan to bring down oh, what's his name? I already forget.
Yoda.
Emperor Yoda.
Emperor Yoda, yeah.
Glaze.
Emperor Yoda. Just the plan to bring him down. It was really well done. Yes, it wasn't super complicated, but it looked cool.
Yeah, it was consistent. It's like yeah,
both in the mech form and in the ground fight. Both of those.
I liked that the mech part was first, and then they finish him on the ground.
I also agree. I agree with that. Yeah, I like it more when the final fight is a ground fight, and you see the Rangers actually doing it. You know?
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Kiramager. Their final fight was a ground fight.
And Juru did a fucking flip.
Yes, the helmetless roll call. Juru. I get props to Juru specifically because
the helmetless roll calls
flip.
are freaking awesome.
They are freaking awesome.
Woo!
But Juru has to do, especially this one, because the poses for the Kiramagers are pretty crazy comparatively to like past Sentai.
Yeah.
Like yellow has to carry green, and pink has to get blue on her, or blue has to get pink on her shoulder. Yeah. I give props to the actors for that one. Like, how long do you think it took them to practice that? Like, and the fact that, and Juru's flip specifically, like,
yeah, I was like, how many takes did that take? And was he hired expressly? Was the first criteria, okay, can you do us a backflip? No? Sorry, next. Because they were planning ahead, see?
Yep.
They did plan ahead, and look what happened.
But no, both fights were pretty good, or like real good actually. When again, Yellow comes up with a plan because he is the man.
He's always been the man.
All characters, and then we get like the little epilogue where it's been like the 3-month time skip to see where everybody's at now, and they use the whips to bring back Nostalgia and whatnot.
Double teaming me real quick.
They use like the Dragon Balls to bring back Cristallia and basically undo the end of the show or the beginning.
Yeah, for a second there, I thought they were gonna forget. And then they did, and it was like so off the cuff. It's like, oh yeah, and we did the thing we've been saying we were gonna do the entire time.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I guess that's about right.
That makes sense. But what else? Not really much else. It ends on a real happy note, and Juru's going on dates with Kakihara, so I guess he.
We figured that out.
And then, the fact that all the Christians just made statues of the Kiramager out of a mountain, like a Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
Mount
Mount Kiramager more. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I was like, oh. And then Blue's like, I'm pretty sure I'm more chiseled than that in real life. And I'm like, come on now. So, was that pink the first Ara pink that we've ever had?
I don't know.
Because usually they're the bubbly ones. They're almost exclusively bubbly. And this time it's like, oh no, she's down to earth. She's refined.
I think maybe because green was the bubbly one in this series.
Ooh. Yeah, she was the more mature one.
Because I can't remember the last time we had a pink that was like that, if ever.
Right.
It's been a
I can't remember from my times watching. So.
And we're on the ground.
I mean, I haven't watched the last 4 or 5 seasons of Sentai.
Nah,
I can't confirm there is not one.
I don't think.
Unless you want to say like Raptor, but
no, Raptor was the bubbly one. Hammy was just there for the most of it. Unfortunately, no, she got. I'm not saying Hammy didn't get her development or episodes. She got some episodes. In comparison, Hammy got some episodes.
Kiramager had a lot of Rangers,
and she got folks like
That's true. Yeah,
she got her focus in the summer movie, which was the crossover with Space Squad. God, Helmet was henching.
Are you
so
ready to go?
Wasn't that
No, I didn't
after the
ready it
series?
Oh.
That was after the series. Not like during the series though.
I was say it's just been us 4 or 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my bad. I'm just making sure I finish this before we get into it.
Oh, and also the fucking explanation for how Juro was able to sync with the king, just like a lovely coincidence. Just like, okay, come on, writer.
Yeah,
Come on.
I sort of expected that a cop out like that. I didn't honestly expect them to even bring it up, so that they even lampshaded it at all. I thought was kind of nice because it
I'll
was
give you
just
that,
like
I guess.
I don't think they. I think they had forgotten that was a thing. That was actually one of my biggest gripes with the series as a whole. Is it's like everything Juru does in terms of innovation winds up being not an original thought. It's all something Aladdin has already done at some point. And I was like, that kind of undercuts Juru in his...
Oradine, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll get into that when we actually talk about the Kiramager.
The retrospective one now?
Yes,
Well,
yes.
Are you ready to go for the retrospective, or are you still...
Not yet. Not yet.
Alright.
Almost there, though. Almost there.
that's-
What else in Oh, yeah, Dino Fury dropped his
Yep.
Yep. You saw that, right, Silver? You saw that?
Tom?
Dino Fury episode 2?
Oh my god, I landed to the ground, but I still get smacked.
Yeah, I saw the first 2 episodes.
Okay,
Sorry, I lost my episode while I was
Well, go ahead and give him an overview. It's a superhero show, so I'll consider it part of superheroes now.
So you want to go into
Yeah,
the story? Okay, all right, bad.
You can take over, Silver.
All right.
Until we get to WandaVision. Psych, no, just kidding. Go ahead.
All right, so the first 2 episodes of Dino Fury have been dropped within this week and the past week. And basically what we get a little bit of a different feel from what we've been getting in the past season, such as in terms of acting.
We talked about episode 1 a lot last week, so I think we're good.
Yeah.
So you can just go to episode 2.
Yeah, I was just going in terms of both of them, but episode 2 was decent. Okay. I don't know if I should just go straight to 2 or just keep going for
just talk. Just go ahead. You got it. You got the floor.
Okay.
Stream of thought, go.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So basically, in terms of music, acting, and everything else, but everything else, it was pretty good, and it was a really decent size, and it's kind of featured to be for this team to be the very first Power Ranger team that has formed on Earth, because the Dino Fury Rangers was formed 65 million or billion years ago.
Before Zordon even did work.
Oh my god,
yeah,
Blaze.
And this was like long before Zordon time in Mighty Morphin. Like, this is way long ago. Because it started with Zato being from the planet Ravka, because the planet was invaded by the Sports. And the Sports have infiltrated Earth and made them the next target. And that's where Zato and his people, aka the other Dino Knights, they showed up to help defend Earth along with the dinosaurs. Where we get a really nice shot of Zato riding the Tyrannosaurus Rex, which I really thought was really cool. I really like that shot. But it still wasn't enough. The combined powers of these aliens from Ravka and the dinos was not enough. Until the Morphing Master showed up and gave them that little bit of power they need to fight them. It worked.
No, you good, because I'm
the Morphing Master showed up, gave them their power, and made them the first Power Rangers that has formed on Earth. Not the first Earth Rangers, but the first Power Ranger team that has formed on Earth. Just to get some specifics of that. And then what are the sports? Man, I asked, the sports is basically the monsters, and they're also an energy source. The sports, they basically grow and form into a monster, and they were spread out through Earth in the recent episode, because basically Zato slipped up, hit, and released all of them. It was kind of his fault in that one, I'm not gonna lie. Because he threw a dagger at Void Knight, and Void Knight reflected it, and then boom, all the sports got released because of it. And then on top of that, and this is something that we learned a little bit more about them in episode 2, because apparently, no matter how many monsters that you kill, they still return back into the sport. That's why you have to make sure you capture them and conceal them before they even decide to grow or form again. So that's another detail right there. Every time you kill a sports monster, they'll die, not fully. Those go back into their little form, and then they become twice as strong. So that's another little lore that he added, or another feature that he added into these monsters.
So that's how you're getting around how the Minosaurus works originally.
Yes.
Like, okay.
So far, there has been no adaptation on the actual final villain of the from the Sentai. You know, so far it's just been Void, aka Guy Sword, which is cool. It's just been yes, and I love that fucking armor, man. I might add. But it's pretty cool. They have not displayed or shown Green and Black Ranger yet. They're doing the thing that the Root Soldier did, where he started off with the first three: green, red, blue, and pink. Which is not bad. Now these three characters are pretty cool. We got Zeta, who is from the planet Recto, who has been in a cryogenesis sleep, like basically the same sleep that Captain America was. He was like frozen for thousands of years. That way. Yeah. And then that's kind of his story. Then we got the other two, Emilia and Ali. Ali, he is we don't have a lot on him other than the fact that he is the son of an archaeologist, which is his mom. And that's kind of how it came to be. But Emilia, she works for like a news reporting task or something like that. She was going on the inside scoop for the Dino Henge, which is also spelled Henge. So I kind of think they added like a little nitpick there, a little Easter egg. Sorry. So that's basically how those two came to be. They had like a little fight experience when they came across the whole base of it. And this team is also the first Ranger team that also has minions, but they don't get to use that. They don't get to use that because Play Night so defeat to do that. The first Ranger team that we get where they got it, yeah. But overall, so far from what I've seen, it's a promising start off for the show and franchise, and I'm really hoping to see where it goes. Mm-hmm. Everything else about it is it's really neat. The morphing call, it was a little, like from what we got in this week's episode, it was a little long. I don't know if they did that because it was their first start off. Because for one, this is one of the few features that we don't get in Power Rangers because you know how every time they get their morph, they just instantly know how to morph, right? Mm-hmm. This is one of the few cases where the leader was like, "You two need training," and he just instantly.
So they're doing the whole. He's a veteran. He's been through this before.
Yeah, so. He's a vet.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Because he got the most experience.
I'm not groaning at that. I'm groaning at other things.
That's understandable.
You're fine.
No, I like that. I like that. I
don't think we've had a Red like that before. That's
right.
Red's always the newbie. I want to say.
I'll say Andros from In Space.
He did add the morpher before them.
But they were already. They were all like they were. I want to say they were all good. They all had their share of battles before that point, anyway.
Which is true. That's another. Yeah, that is. I mean, yeah. Overall, he had to teach the other two how to morph, give them a few little bit of training and whatnot. It wasn't bad.
Oh, I saw their first morph sequence, and they did it, and he was just like smooth, like you guys did it.
Yeah, because they finally got the hang of it. Because at the very start of it, you get them trying to learn how to morph, and immediately he just smacks him across the head or almost did it. He's like, "What the hell are you doing? Sorry, get it right, get it together." Like I just love it. That's like actually a whole role play. That's like a role play. They're trying to learn how to do the morph correctly. Like, damn it. That was a nice little feature that they put into it. But it got promise. I like to see where they're gonna go.
Come on, man. Come on.
My only thing about it is just the whole Dino Fury key. And they just
insert key is so weird. Like don't do all that.
But what I did like was the whole link to morphing grid. I like that feature. I like that one. That was probably one of my favorite lines for that one. Was link to morphing grid. No other Ranger has ever said.
That's my life. Oh my god.
I just like how they went about it. But the visuals are nice. The fight scenes are great. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can cover for this. We've only got 2 episodes out. So we'll just have to see what happens more when they get out there.
I'm sorry, bro.
It looks decent. I don't know. Right. I feel like I might get a habit more compared to Retrospective. I'm not sure yet. I can't say too much on it.
All right.
Just my personal opinions. I've seen the clip. I haven't sat down and watched the full episode, but I just can't help seeing Ryu's Soldier in it, and I liked Ryu's Soldier, so
yeah, I liked it too. It's just the way how Dino Fury's going about it. I feel like I might enjoy it a tad bit more because the visuals is awesome to me, and it's just a strong keep into it.
I saw the morphing sequence. I gotta disagree. I remember the roll call from freaking Ryu's Soldier. Dude, that roll call is awesome.
No, the roll call.
They're in like the battlefield with swords, and you see. Remember?
Yeah, that's the roll call. Well, I'm talking about the morphing sequence. Okay, the roll call.
I'm counting them both as kind of the same thing, but yeah.
It's because in the morphing sequence, you literally get the soldier. He just running up towards you, and then.
Oh yeah, yep. The key is kind of fused with them. They get the design on there, and then the mouth bite. Yeah.
That's the morphing call. But with the roll call, it gives it a whole different scenery in appearance. And down here, I do get what you're going with it with the roll calling thing, and I will say that the roll call is better. But morphing sequence wise, I do like the way it looks. I'm not gonna say it's better than Real Soldiers, but I like the way it looks. I like the way the visuals in this series look in general.
Yeah. They got a little more freedom to do what they want, so they don't gotta try to clone anymore.
Alright, I'm killing it.
Yes, and let's see, because once again, they didn't mention how they're going to try to bend a few things, so let's see what they're going to do differently. But I don't know if that was Sentai footage, but the scene where there was a scene in the second episode before Blue and Pink got their Zords, they were literally fighting the monsters. Like just regularly. Like they were on a bridge and they were just...
That was in the Sentai footage.
Okay. I don't remember it too much because it's been so that's why I want to be sure about it. But they put that in there.
The rule of thumb: if there isn't like a civilian around, it's probably
possibly. But overall, it still works. It works pretty well. But right now that's all I can cover it with Dino Fury. I'll be happy to cover up some more whenever more episodes get released. But right now, so I can give you guys. The Morphing Masters, though, I would love to see more of in this. I hope they do more with that because that was a draw breaker for me in the first episode. Just the fact that they brought them in was super surprising.
Yeah. I hope they don't, but I'm okay. We've been through this. We don't need to have another 10-hour arc.
I don't think it was 10 hours. But...
It was.
I've made my opinions on all that stuff very well.
You did, yes.
So that's why I'm not really commenting because I don't want to ruin your guys' fun. So
I mean, you won't. It's just your opinion. Things don't. How I feel about it, a personal opinion would not ruin somebody's fun unless you let it. So that is really up to that person. Whether or not you're going to let someone else's fans ruin their fun or love for the show. But more,
right.
I like, yeah.
Oh, the handoff was nice.
Yeah, the handoff was cute, where they just look like they're throwing hands, and then it's like, haha.
Oh, the
freaking rock, paper, scissors.
Or Kiramager.
Kiramager
Zenkaiger. There we go. Yeah, I saw that. I don't think Zenkaiger was trying to. I think Zenkaiger was legit trying to punch Kirame Red for some reason. That's what it looked like.
It looked like they were doing rock, paper, scissors.
Oh. I misinterpreted what I saw then.
No, because because I get what you're saying. It looked like
they were throwing hands, and then it's just messing, buddy.
It looked like Zenkaiger was right about to punch Kirame Red in the face, and Kirame Red just stop, then hand off. Here you go. See you later.
It was like a weird, to me, it was like a weird thing of rock, paper, scissors. Like, what you got, man? I got rock. I got paper. You suck. Not the least, definitely.
Alright, so I assume that means you're done with the episode?
Oh, yeah.
Is it retrospective time? Or Silver, you have some final thoughts on Power Rangers?
Right now because there's only 2 episodes, but I'll just say
there's only 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Alright. So, retrospective now? Yes, no? Anything else?
Hold on, I'm fighting.
Nice one.
Crunchyroll best villain.
We just get we just get a scene. Crunchel is still alive. Apparently, I guess he's just still leader of Jotunheim now.
Yeah, apparently.
There's just
he's
no
just
one
like, I'm
else.
gonna teach the Betchets how to paint. Use mud for good. I was just like, yeah, this is good. I like this. I approve of this because he won me over. Because the entire series he's doing nothing relevant, and then he's like, here's why I've been doing nothing relevant, because I have the sensibilities of an artist. I must have the original work. It must be original and passionate. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude, go for it. It all makes sense now. The reason all his plans fail. Okay, so best monster.
Alright, alright, we might as well just get into it. Oh, real quick. It's finale time Friday, done. You ready? WandaVision. 1 hour.
Oh, yeah.
1 hour.
Oh, the episodes of the full hour?
It's gonna be like, well, with actual commercials, it might be like an hour, but it's close to like 50 some minutes.
I mean, I have Disney Plus, so I shouldn't be.
Yeah, I get you.
Alright, anyway. Retrospective, let's go.
It's time for the Kiramager review.
Yay.
More spoilers abound, fuckers.
Yes, so many spoilers, like we talked about every week. So,
You don't want to watch. I expect you to get out of here.
Alright, so first things first. How does everyone feel about the show so far? From what you've seen, and if you finished it, how you like the show so far?
Love it.
I thought it was pretty decent. It was pretty good overall.
Even though I can't say too much because I ain't make it up there yet, but from what I've seen, it's fun. It was a fun Sentai. Like from the very start, I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
It never blew me away with anything that it did.
Right.
But, it was really consistent. It had some really good moments, and
I love it.
I respect it. So.
Who doesn't?
It was a good show for me. Good show. Alright. Got that out the way. Any comments, Greg?
Parts of the show felt kind of like a slog, but it was very consistent. And usually if there was like a run of a couple episodes that were a little boring, it would usually made up for it with a pretty decent episode afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So I was generally entertained.
Kiramager hit. For me, it was just like it hit for the most part. It was like a rarity for an episode for me to be like, eh. It was like a rarity where I just was like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna skip this. Nah. I watched straight through it and I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. So cool.
I think the thing I liked most was how retro the monsters of the week were. I felt like I was watching a show from like the 80s or 90s, and I was like, this is excellent. This is exactly what I'm like. So, favorite monster for me, it's gotta be Rugby. Rugby.
Yeah.
Just right away, the Rugby one.
Gotta be the Rugby one. Like I got to that episode, I'm like, okay, I think I can keep watching this.
That's like this.
It's like episode 2. yeah, second or third. Yeah, and I'm like, I can keep watching this. This is good. This tickles my fancy.
For me, I like the. Oh, go ahead, Dan.
I'll just start with since we're talking like the monsters of the week. I initially when we saw like the monsters of the week, I wasn't really too big a fan of them because it was just like the basic like Mook suit or whatever with like a cape and a helmet on. Yeah, I didn't like that at first, but then somewhere in the middle of the series, I realized that they can do a lot more. They can be a lot more expressive with just that, as opposed to like the big bulky monster suits that we usually get. And the actors behind the monsters go all out, and each one of them has like a really good personality. So I gotta give them props on that.
Oh my god, that spread shot's ridiculous.
I like their in-universe justification for that, where it's just like they're literally the mooks, but they get to have hats. They get to wear hats, and that shows that they're you know the hat of power.
Pretty much.
Not necessarily an original like that's been done before, but it felt well done in this.
Yeah. And again, I just like how expressive all the monsters. They put a lot of personality into like every single one.
It was kind of like watching things
I couldn't
like,
switch back.
Fies or whatever, where it's like, you know, you've got
Alright, Clank, I'm coming for you in
the
this.
suit actors having to really put in work.
That's fine. Look, my main one was coming to end Blade's life. That was it.
You really didn't, though. Sorry about that. We're, as you can see on the screen, we're playing Hunter. But anyway, continue with the. Alright.
I guess before we start with the heroes, since we already started on the villains, we'll talk about the rest of the villains.
Favorite villain so far, guys? Go ahead. Hit us up.
I gotta agree with Frag on the rugby one.
I just love that because he's like, oh, rugby bombs. I'm like, yup. That's what you would do. You're gonna have a rugby mook, your rugby monster of the week. Damn right, he's gonna make explosions. That's how it is.
I personally really like the resets, the reset dude. Just because how Yellow beats him, and I feel bad. I just feel bad for the dude.
Oh, Yellow went in on him.
Yeah, just like he resets, and Yellow is immediately right there, just ready to beat his ass.
Yes, it's like,
reset. Damn, reset. He's just so sad at the end of it. Just like,
you win, dude. You win. I'm done. You win. You win. You have broken me. I'm done. Peace out. You guys can just have it.
Yo, Cole, shut up, Cole. Young cash register, aka little broomstick. No, shut up.
But no, I really like that. Was there any other really good?
To me, I like I low-key like the rapping episode. But that's because like we didn't really have like an actual monster of the week. We had what is his name? I wanted to call him Tarantula, but that's not the name.
Tarantula.
Yeah. He was funny. Like he was him.
Yeah, his rap battle was pretty great. Yeah.
Him and Yodana are my favorites. Throughout the series,
like he was just a comic relief villain, you know, through most of the series. He had a pretty good like little mini redemption thing at the very end there. He's like,
it felt natural too. Like it was like, oh, this explains so much.
Because he made his intentions known right at the beginning. He was like, I'm gonna beat Earth with Earth. That's how I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna use their own culture to bring them to their knees. And so it's like, oh, you know, and you know, he's passionate. And he's like, I want this to work because I want to show that I can do that. I want to show that it's doable because A, it's ironic and tickles his fancy, and B, it worked.
Yeah, so no, I quite liked him. He's not my favorite villain, you know, is probably, I'm trying to segue into the next one, Garza. For most of the series. We'll talk about the end, but for most of the series, I like Garza.
For sure,
yeah. Because he's the one who's actually, like, trying to do stuff. He just has to kind of put up with all of Crunchyroll's BS.
That is absolutely how it felt.
And just seeing like just especially like during the like whole King Express arc, and just his anger is what fueled him. Yeah, that was just like fucking.
I could not move.
How he managed to break the control just through sheer force of anger alone. That Garza was so
literally
good.
Couldn't move.
He was great, and then things.
And then for some reason, no. But here's the thing: episode 42, where Garza actually like took over the Emperor's body, that was really good. That was so good. It was. But that's, yeah, it was something that would have worked through his plotline. Like, you could have seen that from the beginning. That's what he was planning to do. Like, first he usurped Crystalia by siding with Yodon, then he was gonna usurp Yodon by freaking betraying him and whatnot. And his plan was actually pretty brilliant. Once he figured out how it worked and all that.
Yeah, he was like, oh, Yodon, because he gets the evidence, you know, he learns that, oh, hey, Yodon is actually, you know, he's these three people.
Yeah.
And, oh, you know, hey, Yodon, I see you're down a body. Maybe I can help. I offer my service.
I am your humble servant. Do with me as you will.
And Yodom's like, yo, let's go. And he's all like, yoink. You just made a classical tactical blunder. I'm more ambitious than you gave me credit for.
But then, for some reason, the writers at Toei decided to try and give him a redemption arc.
The one thing he never needed.
Why. He did not, of all the characters in all the Sentai I've seen, why? He didn't need it. He didn't need it at all.
It was like giving a redemption arc to Thouser. Both Thousers. Thouser from 01 and Thouser from Fist of the North Star. It's like, please don't try to give this character a redemption arc. It doesn't work. They're too, it's like they've done too much wrong. You can't do it. And it's not in their character.
Yeah, no, they filled in like some BS backstory about how like Emperor Yodon appeared before him as like a kid and whatever, and made everybody.
It's like, oh yeah, he was able to just come into Crystalia undetected.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, come on now.
You will hate everyone who tries to show you love.
My damn brother, he's just always laughing at me. I don't like him. And I'm just come on now.
Here's what I was hoping they would do. Like, we saw, Juru went into, like, Garza's childhood for that 1 second, right? And the king, and they showed, like, this shadowy person behind the door, and then the king walked in. I was like, wait, did the king do some shit? Is the king actually the bad guy the whole time? What?
Yeah,
that's
I got
what I was
optimistic
hoping.
Too. Or like, then, you know, oh, the king is the like, I was fully prepared for, like, the king is the reason why Garza's the way he is.
Yeah.
Because he, like, I don't know.
Like, bullied him as, like, an older brother or whatever.
Either bullied him or like, had to, or maybe Garza did something dumb as a kid, and then he mind wipes Garza in order to make him forget. Or something like that. And then it winds up having knock-on effects. But no, it's not just, you know, the head villain, who we don't see until more than 10 episodes in. Or less than 10 episodes from the end. We never see Yoda at all. He's just not present. He is not relevant to that show until right at the end.
Until the very end.
Just like, it's like Den-O did the same thing, where it's like, oh, we have a big bad now. Except, at least here...
I mean,
here is worse because they kept... Yeah, here it's almost worse because we had heard about him.
Yeah. And I mean, you can argue technically he's in the series because it turns out Yodon is actually the Emperor, but...
That's true, but she also didn't show up till relatively late. She wasn't around until what, like...
a little over the halfway point, like 20, 28, 29, something like that.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like that whole thing didn't bring the series down for me. Like how Dunn kind of said it would last week. He's like, I get your gripes with it. Because the way they set it up is like, oh, for Yodenheim, blah, 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 the Emperor, we're going to do this all for him. And, like, he was there, and we knew about him, and then when he finally shows up, it's like, okay, just some big evil dude. Cool.
Here's the thing that really upsets me. It's this, the twist in episode 42, where Garza takes over. That was so well handled. That was so well done.
Yeah, you just wanted it to pay off, too.
Yeah, like, I was rooting for Garza there, like, go, get going, Garza. And this is coming from a guy who hates villains. You know my feelings on villains, like...
Because it was so well written. It was so organic. It felt right. Yeah. And then they're just like, nah, we're going to take that away from
him. And they just undid it. Literally the next episode. Literally the next episode.
Yeah, I get it. It didn't really bring it down for me, but I get it. That's why I'm just like, that's one of the episodes where I'm just like, it wasn't as good as the rest. Because of that moment where it's like, alright, we're just gonna redeem him, where it's like, oh, the Emperor kind of fucked with him like the whole, I fucking wanted to fight point.
But just going into the last of our main.
I should give it a try.
It was, but we'll keep talking about the series. Just going into the last of our major villains, Yodan / Yodana. As the last.
Nah, they're two totally separate characters.
All right, fine. We'll do Yodana first. I like Yodana. When she appeared, it was like, hey, finally another villain shows up. About damn time.
What I liked about it was like she was a female general, and we haven't had those in quite some time. That's what I liked about it. And she was so good too.
She was pretty good, and she again getting work done. Like
that's true, yeah. Because she's like, she's the ruthless one who's perfectly happy to sacrifice her allies in pursuit of the objective. I'm like, yeah, my kind of villain. Reminded me fondly of Enter and Escape from Go Busters, and especially the completely subverting the big bad with Garza. And supplanting him as the big bad, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be like Go Busters," which was so rad. Where Enter's just like, "Nah, I've been used and abused for the last however many episodes. I feel like they played it's my time."
I feel like they played it too safe with that by like not letting Garza like be the big bad.
Just be the big bad.
But like, I feel like they played it too safe on that. But
it clearly showed they had the potential. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They could have did it. They just played it safe.
I don't get how just keeping Garza as a villain was not playing it safe. Seems like a pretty safe option. Like just keeping Garza as the main villain.
Well, because then it would go against the theme of I don't know, friendship and brotherly love.
Always trust people made of rocks?
Yes, always trust the rock people.
No, it's I don't know.
But I also give props to Yodana for introduction. When she was just as like the priest and then Yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow was in love with her, bro. He was like, yeah.
Yellow like just gets this like crush and then, oh psych, turns out I'm actually the general. Like,
which you could kind of see from a ways off, but I was absolutely like, I knew that there was going to be a female general, but at the time during the watch, I was like, oh, it'd be great if we got like a purple ranger or something. And then she gets the Kirame Silver's wristband. I'm like, oh yeah, and it never transpired. And I was like, oh
no. Turns out she was just evil,
which I'm okay with.
I'm also pretty okay with.
She was honestly a good addition to the show. She really was, because once
she was, and also the twist that she was in fact Emperor Yodan was actually pretty good.
Well, one of his personalities.
One of the personalities.
It kind of got dropped largely out of nowhere. Like there was I didn't feel like there was any lead up at all to that revelation. It's like, oh yeah, this is actually Emperor Yodan, and then she's not aware of it, and I don't feel like they harped on that much. Like she's like, I wonder where that Emperor. The Emperor never showed up. What's all this about? And I'm like, oh, we're gonna talk about that? Never really do. Which was okay, because like it's like, okay, she did eventually figure it out, but there was no like, oh my god, I've been used, because she was pure and she was what she was. And then we learn, oh, she's actually just a figment of Yodom's imagination anyway.
Essentially,
and, like, part of his psyche. So I was like, oh, okay. In retrospect, it worked better than I gave it credit for initially.
Speaking of, our last big bad is Emperor Yoda. Which, I mean, he's there.
He's there. He's evil.
What he does. I do like the little backstory we got just in the final episode now. It was okay backstory, just like...
I had to win.
He was born a servant, he had nothing, he built a mask, and then he just kicked ass.
Pretty much. And it's like, seems legit. Would have been nice if you'd been introduced to a solid 10, 20 episodes earlier, but okay.
God.
Yeah, no, I
damn it.
100% agree with that.
It was like, he was fine. He did the job.
I don't know, but there's just the implication he was just this weak little nobody, and he worked to be the biggety badass
with
at the very
Kiramager too, where he's got
he had a little bit of inspiration. Evil inspiration, but yes.
Yeah, it was, but then I had magical inspiration and suddenly had an invincible helmet. I'm like,
I'll wear a helmet.
I will wear a hat. Yes.
Like,
I will protect my face. You indeed have learned well, young grasshopper.
He's like, I'm ugly,
He's
so I'm
brilliant.
gonna put a
I
mask
can't
on.
knock him. He's right. But
He was ugly, so he put a mask on. So,
I liked his face.
And then
Sneaky boy, sneaky boy.
alright.
Bitch boy.
I don't want to say
just the little explanation of how Yodana and his sniper came to be, just like, turns out I actually longed for companionship all along, so my mind just created you two. And
and so they were. I'm like,
you are my weakness. So if I die, you'll get stronger? Yes. Good. And then he dies. Just,
I'm so glad that I could be of use to Yodo-sama. And I'm just like, okay.
Man, she went. The way she went out was
character.
I didn't like how she went out, but
it felt
good.
attention. It's like there's a bunch of little niggling things. Wow, Echo, jeez Louise.
I think it would have been better if she wasn't just a figment of his imagination. Like she was just
someone he
originally
hijacked.
like he hijacked her or some way. Maybe she was loyal and willingly became part of him. I feel like, and then he just cut her down at a convenient moment. That would have been more powerful for her, but yeah.
It was still like most of my complaints with Kiramager are all fairly minor, cosmetic mostly. They're just like, it'd be nice if they did it this way, but it's like none of that's really.
It doesn't take away too much from the show.
It doesn't, because like the show's bones are basically solid. I didn't like Juru very much, all told, until he did a backflip, and then it was like, that's really cool.
Right.
But
we'll get into them in a minute. But like,
we'll talk about heroes next.
All in all, about the villains. Like, we're so.
My only major complaint with the villains is that they set up a really good twist. With
all right,
Garza
so
let's
let's rank out the villains then. What are we giving Crunchula? What are we giving Crunchula? I give him a solid 7.5. That's me, because I like the dude. Dude was hilarious.
I'll give him a 7.
But what about you, Greg?
I'll give him an 8.
And
because I like his green thing by his face. I don't know what that was.
So Clank and Silver, from what you've seen and heard about Crunchula, what would you guys?
I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7.
What about you? Alright, if you want more time, it's fine.
I might need some more time before I can go into like rating everybody.
Alright, that's fine, that's fair.
That's fair.
Alright, so Garza?
Yes, Garza, I give him a 9.
I would have given him a 10 if he had midday control, but I give him a 9.
Okay, so far from my early that's one. I'm already gonna give this man like an 8.5. I can't give him a 9 yet because I'm not fully up there, but already I like the guys. I like it.
Alright.
I'm definitely giving him a 8.5.
Greg?
Not too bad.
Garza's an easy. I'd give him a much higher rank, but like easy 9. Easy 9.
I would have given him a full 10 if he had maintained control. He was.
Yeah. Even if he'd lost it, but in a less contrived way. Like.
I can see that.
Like
too.
I could see, okay, because then Yodom is wholly irrelevant if Yodom doesn't take control again.
Yeah.
But
like you set him up as the big bad, so like if he didn't some way come back to being the big bad,
but that I think would still wind up going in coming full circle and making Garza even better. Because it's like, the big bad wasn't all that relevant after all. It was Garza you should have focused on.
Yeah, no, if it's a dilemma where you could either
Like
make Yoda more important, or you could put all the effort into Garza and make him
That's why I give Garza a 9, because like, if they kept with that little twist, he would have been a perfect 10.
Yeah.
But they did the twist, and I don't hate it. I'm just like, they didn't really have to do this, but it's whatever. Garza's still freaking awesome anyway. Everything up until then, he's still freaking awesome. So I can't really say much about it other than.
Also, side note, I forgot to mention this earlier. I love Garza's sword. I don't know what it is about it. I love it. I love his sword.
I disagree.
You don't like? I don't
like
the
that sword.
Which sword? Because
the takeover
Garza's
sword
chainsaw
was cool.
dope. I wish he used it as a chainsaw more.
Yeah, I think he means the first one. I'm not really a fan of the first sword.
I like both his swords.
It's pretty bulky. It's big.
It's like a Monster Hunter great sword. And I don't.
It is. His armor in general is just kind of like it's really big. I kind of like his gem.
The helmet's cool.
I like his Crystalia face though. It looks really classy.
It
that
does.
Black stone with a slight hint of purplish blue with the gold highlights. Oomph. Give me that.
Especially the golden mustache.
Yes, the golden mustache is glorious.
I can see that on front. The golden mustache.
It's great. Alright, and then Yodana and...
I give her an 8.5. I'm not... Yodana herself get an 8.5 because she was awesome. And she got the fight.
I was gonna say, imagine.
That's true. She did get to fight quite a bit. I'll give her an 8.
Emperor Yoda himself, I give him a 6.
Yeah.
I'll give him a 5. Just because he took away from Garza.
I'm not gonna down him for that. Just some of the writers freaking did. I'll definitely freaking okay.
I'm getting bodied over here. I mean, I'm beating anything.
But yeah, that's our villain.
You just not back and help you with that though. There's really nothing. Even if I got close, I would've got a shout out.
More shots. Alright, so we ready to move on to heroes?
Yeah, let's start with the side. Let's get with
favorite robot.
Thank you. We'll lead up to the Rangers. We'll talk about the others first. So,
we all know who the greatest. There's no question who the greatest Sentai character was. Or greatest member of the team. We all know that.
Yes.
So what was the best?
We'll get to that.
Who people's favorite robots? Which ones?
Oh, for the Kiramager stones,
Silver.
Silver Stone?
He technically is a stone, but we're not going to talk about it.
Oh yeah, that is true. Okay. Of the actual Kiramager stones,
I kind of like fire. He was good. He was the hot-blooded one, which was good for. He countered Red pretty well.
He did. I like how they didn't give Red the crackhead Red syndrome. They gave that to his mech.
Very cool. He wasn't hot-blooded and fiery.
I gave it some thought. I'm actually gonna give it to Chubby just because I really like his interaction with Tommy-Tomo.
Shovel was that freaking he was a grandpa. He was like.
I know, but he was a cool grandpa.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was a grandpa who was like.
I'm not gonna say he was my spirit animal or anything, but
because he's frag, dude.
Maybe a little bit.
That was frag in the Kiramager stone. I understand.
Oh, I'm dead. Thank you.
You're not, because these motherfuckers just ate you. Never mind.
Oh, okay. So again, I have to reiterate, Echo. If you see an Exia on the field,
I'd have to reiterate that I got shot by Blaze.
Yeah. So if you could just fight the Exia, so I don't have to deal with them for the first 5 minutes of a match.
Maybe it wouldn't be that bad
because I can't fight them.
I know you can, but I was getting beat up.
Money on the table. We would have won that if I weren't fighting Blaze and losing.
Well, tell you what, you gotta go after freaking homeboy over here. in the area.
Alright, Echo, I will focus squarely on you this round, okay? Good.
Oh my
As for the rest of the stones,
I hope you can kill this motherfucker.
as for the rest of the stones, unfortunately they didn't really get a whole lot. Pelico, Jetter, Mach, they didn't really get a whole lot. I mean, some of you got to be a shark, but that's about it.
Shark mech is cool.
I think all the mech is right.
Garza's mech is cool.
Oh, me.
Smog joking.
I think out of all of them, I'd probably say his is probably the best.
Nah.
So, my actual favorite, and maybe it's a little basic, was the King Aladdin.
King Meridian.
That's actually
Grateful Phoenix.
Yeah, because it's totally like Messenger Z by way of Getter Robo. Like, it's got a Messenger Z head and like Getter Robo twin tomahawks, and I'm like, yes.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
I switched targets just in time to see a giant green thing thwack me upside the head.
Yeah, I like the Phoenix mech too. It's honestly one of the better Phoenix mechs we got in the past.
It was really bulky, but
still
it's
better
like
than what we
Sentai
got.
I will give it to Kiramager. They had a very consistent mech design. All the mechs had like massive like chest pieces with just like big old flares
lots
coming
of
out.
glowy bits. Yeah.
Good old
They did massive credit where it's due. They had multiple darkened city fights, so they could show off the glowy
they could show
bits.
off all that, and it worked really well.
So going well, before we get to like favorite mechs, we still got to talk about stones.
Like, we kind of were. Like, Fire got obviously the most development because he's the main. He's Red's mech.
Yeah, but when we started talking about the mech, I get it. Like, it kind of go hand in hand. But before we do favorite mechs, I kind of want to just like rate what we thought of the actual stones and their personalities.
I can't do anything.
Okay, we talked about Fire. We talked about Chubby. Mach didn't really get a lot, and Mach
was
also,
just like Senna, I love you. That's it.
Yeah, Mach was kind of just a Senna stand.
Yeah, in a big way.
Yeah.
He was
I can respect.
She got a lot of butt shots in this show.
They liked the bloomers, man. They liked the bloomers.
She was a track star, man.
I get a feeling they just didn't know what to do with Mach. And so they were just let's make him in love with Green.
Come on, Frank.
Jetter was okay. He's just a fanboy. Again.
Jetter was also a fan.
He was,
they were all
and then
fans of that kid.
Helico was kind of like, okay,
the younger sister.
there's our bubbly pink, and I'm like,
She felt like the younger sister too.
Herp-de-dur, give him a spanking, and I'm like, ha ha.
I'm changing Navi so y'all can go ahead. Auto complete.
And then, there was the shovel. I suppose they didn't really have any personality, but the Shoveler Corps, the little weapon mechs.
Yeah, so.
Oh yeah.
They were.
I like the concept behind them. Just like, they're just. I liked it when they were initially introduced, like as the Shoveler Corps. You know, just like they're just like a mini team that they have on board just for different tasks and whatnot. I don't know. Just like the team within a team thing.
I just wish they did anything with them.
Yeah,
they were used to like.
Them at all.
Yeah.
They, like, each of them get like an episode, and some of them got 2.
Yeah.
They might as well not have been there, and I was kind of disappointed in that, but not at all surprised.
Doggy Kruger played the mech for the King ordered in like actual robot carrier, not the Phoenix but the carrier.
Huckaboo.
Yeah, Huckaboo.
I might as well talk about Huckaboo. He was alright as a partner to King Origin. I liked his little introduction backstory there. I was like the mentor to the king and whatnot. So.
The queen was funny.
I didn't like the whole, she's so emotionally fragile that she'll break apart. I'm like, come on now.
Yeah.
This woman, we literally just saw her going in with the king to go and fight some Jotunheim dudes. Like, weapon in hand. I'm like, you really expect me to believe that she's that fragile. Come on. I felt a little missed.
Oh my god, what y'all think I cowboy? Who the fuck you think I am?
And then the last one is just Zabuun, which Zabuun just is kind of there. And he has competing power to alleviate curses.
I like him. He was just there. He was like
I do like how they turned him into a shark, and he had like the Lorenzini search thing, like named after That was a nice little touch.
Shark.
Yeah, and then they like he remained relevant just because they're like, oh, let's find his weakness, and he was relevant beyond that one episode. And I was like, oh, okay, so you actually remembered that you came up with Rich.
They kept using him. I was cool with it.
Yeah.
They did.
He remained useful. I think I would have liked to, particularly towards the end of the series, I would have liked to see some more Smog Jokey Express or
King Express.
King Express, thank you. I would have preferred to see a little bit more of that because I was very fond of.
I did like that too. Speaking of Smog, I like the fact that Garza got his own mech that was originally a Kiramager stone that he then turned into using his own powers. He imagined the dinosaur. That was cool.
Yeah, I thought it was a crocodile.
That was a crocodile.
And not a T-Rex?
Yeah.
Even after it turned into a T-Rex?
It didn't have two finger claws.
I don't think it needed it, but
that's what a T-Rex has. They got the little vestigial arms. This had slightly larger vestigial arms.
Alright, fine.
It's just like, it read as crocodile to me, sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, I don't think they ever outright call it a T-Rex. So.
It
felt like a T-Rex. Looks like a T-Rex, walks like a T-Rex, it's a T-Rex.
Has a chainsaw tail like a T-Rex? No, wait.
Well, yeah. I mean, don't you?
I know I do.
I'm not a T-Rex.
Oh!
I never said I was.
Just stay alive. Thank you, Echo.
I had like, I don't know.
2 HP, by the way, Echo. You had 2 HP. 2 HP in a
good thing you hit him with the ult.
But no, I like Smog Jokey. It was a pretty cool, like, evil villain mech.
Alright, so we might as well transition into mechs. I thought there was gonna be more trains, but we got two. We got Shark Train and Dino Train, which is cool. Favorite mechs as a whole.
3 if you count the mini bullet train that they are.
Oh. Nah.
What? No? You're not counting that as a train?
They don't count because they never do anything. They like rumble in one episode and then the shark is like, oh yeah, this one says that. And I was like, oh,
they literally just named them X Express. X Express.
Yeah, I was kind of like, I don't see how this is necessary, but okay.
No.
Okay, I'm back. Are we still talking Kiramager? What's up?
Yeah, we're still
talking Kiramager. We're talking about the mechs.
Yeah.
Got it. You have any thoughts on the mech, Silver?
I mean, in terms of my favorite mech, though, because hold on. I don't know what names like that. I'm being quick. One of my favorite mechs was probably the train one that he stole from
okay, Smog Jokey.
Like the human form, King Express, after they fuse?
Yeah. King Express.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
When he stole from, what's his name, Garza?
Garza, yes.
Yeah. We stole it from him, and they combined it. I'm like, one. That's pretty cool. I like it. It was sleek looking.
And that initial fight as well was really great.
Yeah, like, I like the way that looked. Now, in terms of the base mech, I like the way the colors pop. And now with like the crystals in it, I love the way how that pops. That was like one of my favorite. Things I bought from them. I really enjoyed.
I really like the mech designs for this series. I think
whoever was teamed with.
Yeah, it was really good. Like, I guess one of my things about them were, I guess they're a little bit too bulky. If you check my drift a little bit.
Yeah, we were talking about
that.
I think they were.
Like they were a tiny bit bulky. They still look good, but they were still a little bit bulky in certain cases. You know, when he put the whole helicopter and then the two choppers blades like in the front, I'm like, that's cool looking, but it's still a little.
Oh, what was the name of the smaller robot that the two? Yeah, Sky Mage. Thank you.
Sky Mage.
I rather liked that one.
I did. I also really like Sky Mage.
They used it one more goddamn time.
I love the concept that they put into it. Let me just say, I love how they come up with concepts like before, like they come up with like another Megazord or mech combination before they go into the whole main one. So
my one complaint with Kiramager, the main mech, is that Blue is like just a sword.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it when all the mechs actually like combine into, the mech.
Right.
And it's not like just Blue is just the sword. Just like
that is accurate. That's fairly accurate.
What about you, Mike? How you like the mechs? I'm gonna make a new section on Discord for links so we can actually like share and watch more Token. That'll be done later. I like the main mech though.
Yeah, it's still good, still cool looking.
I'm sorry, Clank.
I mean, it looks good. I mean,
that's not my best to say alive.
I like how it looks out. All the like crystal bits like shine at nights. They showed that off really well. You talked about that a little bit.
Mm-hmm. All right. While we're on the subject of mechs, we don't really have to rank the mechs. Favorite mech fight.
There's one mech though that we haven't talked at all.
That's on me. I died really.
That we haven't even mentioned at all yet, and that is Giganto Driller as a mech.
Yeah, I liked that it had the Ban Presto. I liked its Ban Presto sunglasses, but that was about it.
It's just a big.
I liked its drill feet. I liked that it had the Getter 2 aesthetic of claw arm and drill arm, but it was also kind of big and ugly. But it did remain relevant the entire series. I did basically I did not dislike it very much. I thought it was okay.
I like the concept behind it. How Silver literally became the Kiramager stone that powered it.
Yeah, I think
like
they could have done more with that idea, but
they could,
because it was like, I was fully expecting like a line of him being added to transformations or something. I don't know. But it never really happened. I felt like Silver kind of was a little underutilized.
We'll talk more about Silver.
Yeah, we'll talk about him later. But yeah.
Anyway, mech fights.
Favorite mech fighter. Low key.
Oh, easy.
Please say what you're thinking. I hope you say.
Wasn't it episode 35 with the triple kaiju fight?
Yeah.
The triple kaiju fight is so good.
Dude, they have a freaking jet stream attack from Mobile Suit Gundam. That the Dom Squad do. I was like, yes!
You saw the Ultraman in that
oh yeah, that and the GoPro fights.
Kiramager had this one continuous shot in one episode. Oh, that was
great. Yeah.
The camera work and it was great for that show. They've gotten better. Like ever since Loop had the camera work has been like surprisingly good. Why, like y'all just shooting the crap out my arm? Shooting it all the way off.
Because we know it's a danger. I'm dead.
Shooting it all the way off.
I also want to give shout out to the premiere of Zabuun, the shark mech. I liked his premiere fight. How he was just like swimming through buildings and whatnot. That was pretty cool. I just like him. So
I agree.
It
was a pretty cool
but that was definitely the best mech fight because you got them all fighting while red and yellow are on the ground.
The triple one is still
doing
the
ground
best fight.
That was, oh my goodness.
Hands down. I would like that. The one with Ascended Garza is pretty good, even though it's just kind of like trading super attacks.
Yeah.
But definitely, I think it's episode 35 is the triple monster fight.
Actually, I think it's a little.
Oh,
I have all the episodes downloaded. Hold on. No, it is not 35. 35.
Which is 35 then?
35 is the golf monster.
Oh, look, that one was pretty.
Why do I have that in my head?
Babashina's Hangover. I believe the correct answer is 33.
Oh, 30. Oh, okay, 33 then. 35 was pretty funny too, though. Mabushina's hangover was because it's like, dude, where's my car? Except it's like,
where's my sister?
It was crazy.
I
was like, I didn't expect to find it as funny as I did. I was like, oh wow, this was actually, because they're just like, what? Like she was bothered. Like they do one revolution. Oh my god, she went nuts and she blew up the table. Okay, so that's how that happened. And it's like, but how did she? Oh my god, it just keeps getting worse. And I'm like, okay, oh okay.
She's not allowed to drink tea.
Don't ever let this woman near the tea.
She freaking bang headbutt. Oh my god.
Megaton headbutt.
She took control of the drill. I'm sitting here like, but isn't he the head of the drill mech? Alright, cool.
She's got magical stone powers. Pure force of will.
One other thing I will mention, my favorite attack of the mechs is probably, like, the one that's used a lot is, I love the fact that Gigan Triller has a rider kick. I don't know. I just enjoy that.
Honestly, Crystal...
Drill kicks into somebody.
Was it Kiramager Dynamic? That is so Gavin. That is a Gavin move.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. I'm a dynamic.
Right.
That was not my intention at all.
I think the other good moment for all the mechs is when they summoned the arrow together. And they did
the giant version of the arrow? Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. It was like, alright, let's do the team finisher, but in mechs.
Oh my god, that damage.
Also, I give props to Jiro on the plan for that one. That was actually a pretty good plan. I like that.
Which episode was that? I honestly don't remember that.
I believe that was also episode 33.
Oh, damn. Body and brag, let me know. I don't know. Oh my god.
Sorry. Nobody got to see that, but I just...
Oh my god.
I just pounded some ass.
Oh, Blaze.
Yeah, 33 is the one that ends with the giant arrow. Yep.
Okay.
After the triple mech fight, they used the triple arrow on the scene.
Yeah. Don't do that again. Good lord, Blaze.
I mean, he did say he was using a cheating
I'm aware.
So...
Blaze is trying to be a meta slave.
Alright, so, and
that's the mechs. I dig the mechs. I like
the mechs are pretty fun. Honestly, I would be down to go to
I'm usually not a fan of like mechs that like talk the entire time, but you know, they made it work.
Yeah. That was definitely, I think it was the weakest part of the show for me. And that is, I think, saying something.
Like, I don't mind, like, I love Power Ranger, but the mechs don't, like, talk a lot.
Yeah, they have some personality, but they're not I think I liked it a little better, but not a lot, in, Kiramager.
Oh, yep.
And even there, it was kind of like, okay, enough's enough. You can just please be robots now, please. Thank you, please. Although, if you had a series where they were fully autonomous, like Zenkaiger's going to do, sort of.
Yeah.
I'm all with that. That is perfectly okay.
The Rangers are literally the mechs, so...
Yeah, and the mechs are just... Or, like, if you summon the mech and it's just... The mech fights on its own, and you're like, oh, I've got to summon the mech and maybe tell it what to do, but not actually pilot. I'd be totally okay with that.
Yeah.
I think it would be a nice change of pace. So, as we know, the best actual Sentai member was in fact Kiramager.
I got a pen. I got an apple.
We'll talk about the allies before we do the actual Ranger. So, I love Hakata Minami, alright?
He's great. He's
great throughout the whole show.
I will say one thing. They did not skip on the pineapple pen jokes.
No,
they
not
did
at all.
Not skip
they were
on
relentless.
Apple.
They had every opportunity to not do that. They were like, nah, we're doing it every single chance we get. Get him, Echo! Get him!
I also...
Eat his ass!
He's gonna get him, man. So good.
I don't know why it stuck at... I'm not a football guy, but he's always wearing, like, some, like, football jersey or something. I don't know.
No, I don't think it was a football jersey.
He's wearing some sort of.
He did have a jersey looking thing that he wore occasionally.
Like I remember specifically when Silver first showed up, and they had like that stare down. Hakata and Silver had this stare down, and I just see this Green Bay Packer logo like on his sleeve. So that's what I always remember.
What character?
Are you talking about the
Hakata Minami, the professor, the guy who makes it?
Not necessarily the mentor. That was King
okay, the guy. Okay, I got you.
But as we all know, Kiramager Gold was the strongest.
I'm glad they did.
That was a really good episode. Actually,
I thought it was because
like, no
it was also doing the whole basically what Hibiki did, where it's like you don't actually have to be the rider
on the battlefield
to be relevant.
Yeah, exactly.
It's okay to be a support character. I just wish like the entire second half of Hibiki ever happened because there were only 35 episodes in that show.
Exactly. Although I'm not gonna lie, I can't lie. They made the whole suit. I kind of wanted to see it fight.
I really did.
There's a part of me that really wanted to see it fight.
I'm like, give me that. It was distinct for Silver.
Yeah, because he had the armor.
I was mad. I wasn't
and he had
mad,
like the scarf too. He had like that long flowing scarf. I really would like to see it. Like they all get beaten down by Yoden in the final episode, and then Hakata just steps up. Don't worry, guys, I got this.
And he'll get one shot.
What, you thought I wasn't gonna be a Sentai? Come on.
And he'll get one shot because it's like, nah, dude, we all gotta fight together. I'm like, dang. That'd be hilarious,
Exactly.
but that'd be terrible at the same time.
No, it would have been great. It would have. I'm just kidding.
Like,
But no, anyway, he was a really good character, like, throughout. Like,
yeah, he was a good support.
Yeah. He was very...
and I thought they like, established him really well. Like, he's just he's running this whole carrot thing, just preparing for the alien invasion. Just... I don't know, I really liked him. Like,
good thing the king had the presence of mind to be like, yo, let's go onto Earth and then just, like, make friends with people who can make entire multinational conglomerates. That was pretty convenient. And then be like, yo, I'm gonna steal your brother for a quick second.
Well, I mean,
forever, actually.
Well, if his brother didn't get hurt, it would have been like...
Oh, come on.
I mean, not hurt, but like hit with the
Mondstone, yeah. Well, talk about that.
Mondstones are another thing that I felt were criminally underutilized. It's like they showed up, but they were rarely relevant.
Yeah.
Like when they showed up to either get bopped or like distract.
Pretty much. They weren't really an entity, to be honest, at all.
Yeah. Kind of would have liked to know more about them. Like, oh, how are there these Mondstone things?
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Damn.
But anyway, our other major supporting cast is Mabushina, the princess.
She was cool. She was the princess. There's nothing to really be said about that. She was the princess, and her support is what helped. Like, she was good. I
felt like she was largely irrelevant to most of the proceedings, which is why I liked episode 35 so much, where it's dude, where's my princess? And I'm like, yes, she's actually relevant now.
Don't get me wrong, like she was just there, but like I liked her.
I mean, like her greatest significance was like finding everybody, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, but like I still liked her, you know.
Right.
I mean, she didn't detract anything, but it always felt like he was just kind of there. And also, I'm still not a huge fan of like the actual helmet face or Crystallian.
Well, rather than that, than like creepy, freaking Jim Henson Muppet lips.
I'll take Jim Henson Muppet lips any day. Because somebody's involved.
Yeah.
That was brief.
The way she looked, I was gonna say, in my opinion, the way she looked reminded me.
I cannot do that one. Sorry.
I don't know his name Sentai-wise, but the stuff. Okay, Echo, Snow Prince, Mystic Force.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. I don't know his name though.
What? Yeah, I don't know his name. It's Magi Ranger, but Snow Prince. That she definitely gave me Snow Prince vibes. Like her.
What about you, Clank? How you feel about
In the
the Poison
face.
Cast so far?
It's fine. I have no problem with that.
There you go.
No problem.
Alright.
So it is a dude in that suit, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have to ask this question more often than I'd like. It probably is.
We got Lee.
We do. We got mostly dudes.
I know.
He's not wrong.
Let me see.
You gonna do me like that, Kazan? Wow.
I do wish he was a little more relevant.
Insane amount of fucking damage. Fuck you. Okay, bro. I hate invisibility game.
I'm so sorry, Echo, in advance.
Hey, speaking of Frank,
Nope, it is a woman.
this Taifa robot that talks too much.
There you go.
Well, that's good.
Mac talk.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Done said the name.
What?
Her name.
The name.
Of the suit actress?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it Izuho Nagawa?
That's what the wiki told me.
Okay.
And that's
okay.
definitely not just the voice?
Nope, because I got it right
No,
here.
the voice is a different person.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
okay.
It's voiced by Inodi Miyase, and then the suit actor is Mizuho Nagawa.
Is that usually how it goes? Sometimes they have like
Sometimes it depends.
They mix it up from time to time. It just depends.
There is one more supporting character I kind of want to bring attention
Jiro-
to. That is the king
Jiro's-
himself.
What about
Hold on.
Jiro's girlfriend? No, I'm kidding.
If you want to talk about her, fine, but
Nah, she
I
don't
wanna-
get no talk. She
she appeared in like 3 episodes. I mean, she
Yeah.
was cute and all, but that's it.
I was like, ooh, Zero's girlfriend? Oh, yeah, she was cute.
Alright.
When did I block in time? I'm disappointing myself.
But anyway,
wasn't
the actual king, I mean, he at least did.
The king is hilarious, dude.
He was pretty hilarious. He had some good
It's all, it's
And
all
their
just a happy.
greatness! He was a goof, dude.
It was all.
I
I
like
feel
his
like
voice.
he
Such
was,
a goof.
He had a great voice.
I feel like
like
the
that.
king was
Wasn't
on
he
vacation
the guy
whole
who
time.
did, like... he's been in a lot of Toku's
What the hell?
recently.
Why did you say anything?
Yeah, I feel like the king was just like on vacation and it's like, oh, Golden got attacked because he was just going everywhere, like didn't care.
Shoot.
I love the episode where the king comes back as the Phoenix, and then they do the fight, and then he's just like, you guys all did very well. All right, see you later, and he just flies away. Just
Yeah,
like-
and they're like, wait, where you even go? Oh. Okay.
let me see.
Because I guess he's busy supporting an entire pocket dimension with his mind.
I guess
That's what Altaland was.
something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was so creative. He just made, oh, it's for the distant potential hope that humans and rock people will ever be on the same page. And
Oh shit! It's the same dude who did Keybat.
I knew he was familiar. I wasn't sure that was why.
He did Keybat, and then he voiced.
That was a shit ton of names.
He did Ginga in Geo, and
Oh, really?
yeah, and then he
Okay,
just
I
did
did not know
Ginga.
that.
He was the voice of Ginga as well.
Huh.
That's what the
I
wiki
almost
said.
forgot Ginga was.
Ultraman Ginga and Kamen Rider Ginga. Both Gingas.
Are you serious?
Wait, he was both?
Fucking way.
Yes, he was both Gingas.
Yeah,
That's what the
Ultimate
wiki is
Ginga and
telling
Toei
me.
Ginga share the same voice actor, who's also voiced Kiva. Is that what you say?
Keybat. Yes.
Oh wow, that is.
I couldn't block.
Someone do have a sense
I
of
did
humor, I
nothing
guess.
that entire round, Echo. That one's 100%.
Yeah.
I couldn't block. I couldn't block. I bounced off and died.
And Blaze on my with you guys.
Yes.
I honestly forgot about Kamen Rider King. It's like
You stopped chicken.
Well,
And
Ginga-
yeah, and
Ginga
and,
was-
and
was
right.
wasted
There's
potential.
technically there's a theme for all the future,
But
right?
we'll
That's
get
the one.
we'll get into that another time.
Hey, speaking of, you guys
Kiramager.
talk about the.
Kiramager.
Forget
review
later,
list.
later.
Yeah,
We're talking about
I know, I
Kiramager
know.
right now,
I
Blaze.
just want.
Oh! Stop it!
Fuck! Whatever you're doing, stop doing it. Jesus,
What are you doing?
What did I even do?
What
Are
did
you
you
like rubbing against something?
Whatever you were doing right before we started screaming.
You mean clicking the controller?
Yeah, don't do that.
Wait,
That's
you
the
want me to
problem.
stop moving?
Please, I don't. Were you rubbing your mic
You're
on your
rubbing
armpit?
something against your mic.
Really?
Yes.
Something must be rubbing up against you to make the charges.
He's got his mic under his armpit, bro. I'm telling you.
That's a disturbing image.
Either that or get a new damn mic. Everyone is see it.
So yeah, I thought the king was pretty good. Just back on topic.
I'm
He
dead.
didn't,
I'm sorry.
he didn't do a whole lot.
I was busy like reeling from the massive ear rape that Blaze had.
Yes.
I am sorry. Okay, what? Okay, let me see. What the
That
hell
was
is going
Blaze
on?
throwing the match.
That bad, right?
Fix
Blaze.
that.
No, it was that bad.
Blaze,
It was terrible.
please believe me when I say it was worse.
I apologize.
Wait,
I apologize.
this will be posted later on the YouTube. There's a link in the Discord. Listen back to this.
I apologize.
Please.
For during the review
Okay,
that
does it
Blaze
happen
did.
right now? Tell me.
Yes.
Yes.
Blaze. Okay.
I think he cut
Apologies, everybody. Anyway,
he
back
broke his
to
mic.
back on the Kiramager review. The King Oledin.
Ooh. Oh.
He was pretty good.
He's
I like.
funny. He's a
his
funny
thing.
dad.
He was funny. I didn't feel like he needed to be brought back, but they did. So when he
He's
came back, he was pretty good. He was a pretty good team member. Like he was kind of took the mentor spot a little bit, even though he wasn't there.
Yo, their dad is so gay.
He is. He was the Jiro's mentor.
He was.
Oh, that's so free and it's pissing me off.
So
I think that's it for all
I was
the
getting
allies.
shot out of that too.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Moving right along. Sorry about that, everybody. Sorry about that. Moving right along. Where are we at now? Is it time?
For the Rangers, I think
We
it
will
is.
award our most valuable Ranger at the end. And we all
Even
know
though
who
we
that's
all
gonna
know
be.
who it is,
We all know
but-
who's gonna be. But
All right.
let's talk about it.
Are we just gonna go in order?
No, starting with our sixth Ranger.
Okay, so we'll go in reverse order. Got
Yeah,
it.
I forgot his
No.
name already. I almost called him
Takamichi.
Camellia.
Takamichi.
I'm so
Wonder
sorry.
Silva or Kirame Silva.
I liked him. I liked his debut.
He had a really good debut.
Yeah,
I'll give him that.
he had a decent arc, and then like they got that stone out of him, and it was just like, all right, I'm gonna be here to support you guys whenever you need me. I'll be here to help. That's it.
Yeah, just at a certain point, he kind of just isn't really as relevant as he probably should be.
Well, that's typical of all Sixth Ranger. Well, not all, but a lot of Sixth Rangers have the same problem.
Yeah. His arc, his mini arc was decent with the whole Monstone
Thank
and all
you.
that.
Thank you. Zon, thank you.
I liked it for the most part.
I like how he gets infected by the monster. He goes to an alien planet to get cured, and then he's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay here. And I'm just gonna be your son. I'm just gonna be your son. And the King Ordian was just like, I perfectly accept it. I will be your dad now.
I think it might have been the king who was like, "You're the prince now," and he's like, "Wait, what?" That's how I imagine that went down. He's like, "No, you're the prince now, but I have like a Nah, prince now."
I mean, he was gonna outlive them anyway.
But still, he just abandoned his family back on his own planet, just like.
And seemed to be pretty okay with it too, which kind of blew my mind. But I was like, and it got kind of weirder the more they told you about what he left behind. I was just like, but why?
Like that girlfriend who got older and like she's like, you didn't age a day, and he's like,
yep,
yeah. I did.
There's a funny story about that.
And then we never see her again.
Oh yeah, because she's not gonna date him now. She probably
Actually,
married.
wait, no, that's not true. We do see her one time, I think.
I think she appears like as a little cameo at the end.
Want him the fuck away from me.
He doesn't want to fight double Zeta. But yeah, you know, six was cool. I liked his debut. He had that Thor thing going on with Thor Mjolnir thing going on with the Wonder Drill.
Where
you can just like summon it wherever it
yeah.
Or let his sister do it when she's on a drunken rampage, which was pretty great. She's like, "Give me that shit. We're going digging."
He's like, "What? What do you mean we're going? Nah, let's go."
I will actually give props to like their relationship, like between Takamichi.
It was like a genuine brother and sister relationship.
It felt moderately believable, even though the more you learned about the fact that he's actually from Earth and has a family and all that,
and a brother,
the weirder it got.
Relevant.
It was just like, what's? It was like very, very confusing. Right? What were you guys thinking?
I had a terrible.
Also, they have like telekinesis.
Yes, Wincest,
for,
I know.
Or not telepathy.
No,
they have telepathy.
it's not Wincest at all. I don't think that's gonna even work, Frank. Don't do it.
Listen,
they're like steps.
It's magic, okay?
Please, just stop grabbing. Please, just stop grabbing.
Well,
I'll make that joke after the podcast. I ain't gonna do it now.
So when she gets stuck,
no, shut up, Frank. Shut up, Frank. After the podcast, I'll make that joke. Anyway, Silver was cool. How we gonna rate Silver, guys? Not the podcast member. He gets a 6.
Oh damn!
Just kidding.
Wow.
Just kidding.
Wow.
Just kidding. He hear
Great
that.
harsh here.
I'm
gonna stop getting shot.
Just a couple extra things. I don't know. I find it cute that he just puts wonder at the end of every sentence. Or it seems like Wonder.
He had a tick.
Wonder. He did.
He had a tick.
His fighting style's okay, but it's like, dude, you got a jackhammer. You can't really. He turned it into a gun and then just stopped turning it into a gun.
Pretty impractical. Yeah.
His finisher was nice though.
He's trying his hardest to like actually use it as a sword.
Yeah. And then you learn the reason why he's using that instead of a sword, because the king was like, "No, you never fight it with a sword with anybody ever again, because they'll cheat." It's just like, oh, so that's why he's using the most impractical melee weapon, other than maybe a scythe.
That's all. Just like, dude, just keep it as a gun. Still
work that way, albeit still kind of impractical, because it's just not shaped well.
His finisher is dope, though.
I do. His finisher is pretty dope. I really like his standby jingles and whatnot for the finisher. Like, oh. Just like that beat going. That's really good. All right. As for the actual rankings, I will give. I'll give him a 7.
Out of 6 Rangers? Wow. I didn't dislike him that much.
God.
Are there 10 Rangers in this series?
Alright, fine. Of the actual Rangers, I'll give him 4.
Well, I would have did that type of rating at the end after we did all of the Rangers.
Oh, fine.
See, that's why I said 7.
Yeah, I give him a 7. 7 out of 10. Yeah, 7 works. After his mini arc, he can't really do nothing after.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kanaima Stone thing was kind of
here. The Grantor Stones. That's the translation. Grantor Stones, or I forget how it's actually pronounced, but.
Well, however it's pronounced for right now.
That particular
Balls.
arc
where it
just got the Dragon Balls, where that arc just kind of gets aborted. They're like, oh yeah, you need to collect them all to do the thing, and then it's like, oh no, we only needed one.
No, you didn't even need any of them because Zabune just did it himself.
Oh, that's right.
Zabune cured the curse.
Oh, that's right. It was Zabune. Yeah. Well, they had to go back in time in order to do that, though.
Okay.
So they did need one of them.
You just need that specific one, which is the most.
I mean,
broken.
they ended up.
Yeah, let's give them time travel shenanigans. Right? What's the worst that can happen?
I mean, that
And then
fight
they
was
do-
that time
Okay, so we
travel
have
fight
one
was
that
nice.
creates illusions, one that destroys stuff, one that grants power, and one that travels through time.
Yeah, and when all four
Like-
come together, we can revive our planet.
Yep.
Let our
But one of
powers
those is
combine.
severely
Except-
more powerful.
Except you could probably do the reviving of the planet with just the one.
Yeah.
Because all you have to do is
Like-
go back in time, body Garza, and GG show's over.
That is true.
And they can reuse them. It's not like they're one shot either. It's like, oh yeah, they could just reuse these.
Yeah, just
I think they
just
were
every time
supposed to be
delay.
one shot, but then they just forgot.
No, they
Well, they
said
expressly
it would
state
come
they
back.
could be reused.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Which was
they
the
used
most
it and then it would come back.
baffling
It just needed time to recharge.
Mind you, they never do use the time one again. Probably because it opens up a lot of uncomfortable doors. Where it's
Because
like,
it's
the
broke.
entire plot of this series goes down the shitter because we can't do anything. Because, like, you could just erase the entire events of everything that happened. There's no dramatic tension at all.
Pretty
It was a
much.
mistake. It was a mistake.
You keep fighting Double A, and I'm trying to get them off you. But yeah.
Frag, are you gonna rate him or? I don't think you gave your rating.
For
We both gave sevens.
like a 6.5, 7.
All right.
Like he's not bad, but he feels, other than his personal arcs, I agree with Echo, where he's just kind of irrelevant. So yeah, I call it a 7 and be done with it.
In the recent years, I like him more than Noel and Canelo.
Canelo.
Canelo's funny though. He's just like, hey, look, we're good. Yeah, he's trying to get everybody. Like, you know, he cool. But other than that, a lot better than friggin'. What is his name? I just said
I
it.
feel like those. I don't know. Those two are just more interesting to me than talking about it. Just personally.
Friggin' Noel. I just didn't like Noel.
That's fair, but we're not here talking about it. Anyway, who's next on our list? Going in reverse order
Blue.
is Pink. No. Pink is the last one.
That's
in
right,
the
they have
roll
numbers.
call. Well, not numbers,
they
but
don't
they do
have
the roll call
numbers.
in the same order. So,
Alright, fine. Fuck Pink. I love her. That's it. That's all you need. She didn't have to do much. Just love her. There it is. Done.
She likes talking about spanking, which is
Ada.
interesting.
Yada, Pink.
You know why?
it's a mood.
But not because of spanking. No, that's weird.
Are you
I-
sure? Are
I
you
just like
sure,
her.
Echo? Are you,
I'm very sure.
I mean, I like Pink more than Senna too, but we'll
What?
get
No, I didn't say I liked her more than Senna. I just said I liked her.
I'm about to say.
I like Pink more than Senna, so that's me. I really like Pink.
That's fair.
Go ahead.
I think she was smart. She had a lot of good moments for the show. I really
we
wish her
talking about
first
getting-
Focus episode wasn't her getting turned into a kid, but
Yeah.
You know-
That was one of the weaker episodes.
That was during the point in time in the series where I was just like, I don't know how much more I can do with this. I
That was-
give it a pass.
That was one of the
Because it
more
was just
weaker
like,
episodes.
and that was
'Cause
her
you
first
saw it-
like Focus episode, and it's just like she deserves better than that. She
Yeah, she
definitely
did.
deserved a better Focus episode. She got
And
better
I'm-
Focus episodes.
And I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest too. I'm gonna be honest too. I liked her more, bro.
Hey, Silver.
I mean, cool. That's cool. I like her and Senna
Fortunately,
equally.
I have
In
to
that-
say I like Senna slightly better because she's got a rump.
All right.
Not
Okay.
to find a point on it. She
Okay,
has a
look.
butt.
Okay, we're going that angle. In the final roll call, Sayo looks fine, right? In like the
yeah,
opening uniform
sure.
without
If you want to
she
do
looks
that,
fine.
but attractiveness aside, as characters, I like Senna. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
I like
I like Sayo more. I like she's smart. She has plans.
She's the adult. And I like her.
I didn't like how she got shafted by the prospective date. That was pretty mean.
That dude was a dick.
He was a total dick. And I'm just like, come on now. Gonna do her like that.
Friggin' Spectre would have showed up and beat her down. Like, hey, what you doing about sister, bro? You gonna reject her like that? Alright. Oh, no one told me this motherfucker.
Yeah, she was really solid.
I can't hit this.
She didn't really have too much of a relationship with her partner, Helico. Helico was just kind of just fawning over her.
Yeah. That's all. That's honestly all the Stones really did.
Well,
like,
some of them are a bit more interesting, but Helico was just the cute, bubbly personality of the Pink.
Saya felt like she was the older
sister. He was the stereotypical
of the team.
Pink, and I was just like, I don't want a stereotype for a Pink. I was pleased when she wound up being non-stereotypical. I was like, yeah, an Ara Pink, hell yeah, give me more of that.
Yeah, Saya was dope.
A mature adult. He was great.
Yeah, I'm glad they weren't all kids.
Yeah.
But I think that's more of a
They were
Power
employed.
Ranger.
They were gainfully employed.
I feel like that's more of a Ranger thing, like Power Ranger thing, making them all
when we
teenagers. With
I guess I'll just mention this now, since we're talking about the Rangers. I like this series because it does the thing where like all the Rangers come from have completely different lives, and they're all just brought together to be a team. I like that. It's same like what they did with Gal Ranger. They're doing here. Like they didn't know each other before. They had nothing to do with each other, but they come together for a team for this thing. It's really cool. I like that.
Yeah, but yeah, I like Saya. Not just because of attractiveness. Her character was just—she was the older sister of the team. Bro.
I did like the split into 5 episode, even though you knew exactly how it was going to go down.
Bro, she made Senna feel so much better.
That was a good.
Well, that one aspect of Senna, she was like, "No, without you, we need you. You make Senna who she is. The team needs you. Come back." And, like, you could tell she was the older sister of the group because, like, if somebody had an issue and it wasn't up to Jiro to help them sparkle and shine more, she took notice. Like that Senna, like the Senna 1 through 5 episode, the Senna 5 episode. She was like, "Huh, that one's something's wrong with that one. Let me go see what's up." It's like, so I like that.
Yeah.
We
don't see her do much actual doctor stuff, which was a little odd, but
at least we know she's a doctor. She probably works for Emu as a PD. No, okay. Was she a surgeon?
She's a surgeon, yes.
She's
probably a better surgeon than Brave. You know,
super blackjack, but not chopped up.
But that was cool. That's cool too. So what do we rate Senna? And not as a character as a whole, people. As a character as a whole. Because I know somebody gonna be like, "Dang, bro, how you do that?" No. I give her an 8.
Like, I really like her. I give her an
8, but that's just personal bias.
I'll give her 8.5.
Like, honestly, I would, like, if without bias, she'd probably be the same as Takamichi. A 7, but I have bias, so I'll make it an 8.
I just wish she had some more focus episodes. But yeah. She did. Her focus episodes were really important, like the date one. So
yeah,
that did lead to like the best fight, the mech fight in the entire series. So that was her episode.
Very good. Freaking Hainu. Sorry, we're got dimensions on the screen.
Anyone else want to rate?
Yeah. Everybody else give you a opinion on.
We're still talking about the Pink, right?
Yes.
Yeah, still.
I would give it 8.5.
Alright.
No! 8.6! Because I'm a contrarian.
At least I freaking killed Hainu.
I give her a 7.
A 7?
I do wish she got more focus, but than the one where she turns into a child.
That was one of the lower episodes. That was a really weak
start, but
yeah,
it was one of the lower episodes of the show.
But other than that, I think every other episode Pink was in, she was really good.
Yeah.
All right, and with that, we move on up one. The Incredible Dexterity, Pink. Now we go to the Unstoppable Edge, Blue.
7.
I liked it. I like Blue. I like Shigeru.
I'm
Shigeru
giving
was
him
cool.
a 7.
Just giving him a 7 right off the bat.
Just give him a 7 right off the bat. He's funny.
know.
He's a funny guy.
He was really funny. Yeah,
He was really good.
I just
He was real
like
funny.
he didn't have.
The episode where he tried to cheer up Hakabu was pretty funny too. He had a plan for
Oh
that.
yeah,
That was
that felt like he'd been taking lessons from Yellow. For
Yeah.
sure. Because it felt very in keeping. That was a good one. The one even where he was in the vice.
That was a good episode too.
That his first focus episode, yeah.
That was a good episode.
That was a really good. Him being like stoic and all that. And, just...
Yeah.
and I love
then,
how
and
like
then freaking
Jiro...
out because he's like, it hurts.
Yeah, and I love how Jiro like started playing along with it, and that became like a really great fight at the end there against the Vice. That like duel.
Oh yeah.
That was really good. And then also the tag team episode between him and Yellow. That was also really good.
Oh yeah, because Yodana's boy. Oh god, Yodana's so good. She was a good part of that show.
And they just the bro, you could feel the bro between them. You
Yeah,
talk about
you
that more when
could.
we get to Yellow, but yeah.
They were showing off the gains in the GPO2. That's how broed up they were.
Oh wait.
Man, matter of fact,
I
everybody
didn't
pick a
have time.
GPO2. Let's do it, man.
We gotta give off the gains.
Everybody pick
GPO2
a GPO2.
Once we finish this match.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright,
gotcha.
man.
Time for
Okay.
full gains.
Games, nothing but
Remember, the
GPO.
first thing you do is you do special ranged first.
Oh,
Nothing else matters.
Obviously, right? We know that.
I'm gonna give Blue a solid 8.
Yeah, I gotta give Blue an A.
I give him a 7. I give him a 7.
He had my favorite song. I will point that out. Of all the like
We'll
characters.
get into that
His
when we
was my
talk
favorite.
about music. Oh,
All right, fine.
the other parts of the show. I mean, if you want to talk about music during his, we could go cycle back and talk about Silver and Pink's personal song.
I mean, Silver's was pretty good.
No, fuck, let me kill Blade.
And I like
I like the Kill Blade 1, bro.
And Pink's was the jazzy one. I also like Pink's. I don't really feel like I need to go too much, but I had a whole talk about them earlier.
Yeah, Pink's I liked. I think Pink's was my favorite. Pink's and Takamichi's were my favorites.
All right. Then,
On Blue.
any more thoughts on Blue?
Anybody else?
I do like Blue. I like Perfect Blue.
His was okay. I don't know. It didn't do
It's just
anything
me.
for me, but it didn't
I like
turn me off.
it works for my type of style. I love singing those kinds of songs, so that's why it works.
Yeah.
It's 100% my bias. I understand.
Yeah. Blaze, come on. Blaze and Kazong, you're holding us back. And am I the only one who got the memo?
We clicked, yes, we forgot.
I'm ashamed.
All right, so
ashamed.
8s across the board for Blue, or any other different opinions?
Yeah, I'll give.
I mean, I liked him.
I liked
Do you
him,
want to give him a
but-
7 or lower?
I liked
That's
him,
fine.
but he didn't like. I felt like.
I honestly
was-
liked all the cast members this season. Like, I ain't really...
Yeah,
Also,
like there was no
one
one I
other thing-
disliked. So anybody I'm like rating under a certain amount is only like relative to other people in the season, not like
Yes.
objective.
Also,
bias.
side note, his was probably the most unique use of the whole Kira mentality aspect, because he did a bunch of stuff with his sword, and he thought out a lot in later episodes. He did like, the whip sword, and then he did like that the sword with the hole in the middle. You know, when he did that?
Oh, yeah, the
In
special
the one
slash
music
moves.
episode? Yeah. It was the music one, where they had that like goth Lolita person.
Yo, oh, that was
And like
another
the
episode
music
side
mark was
characters,
standing behind, and he did the slash that looked like it cut both of them.
Yeah. That was honestly another episode side character. She's so cool. That shawty who like friggin' Blue, I forgot his name, I'm so sorry. And I just watched the goddamn episode. Look. Look, the girl who liked him went straight for Pink. She's like, you know, I like you better. What's up? She's like, listen.
Yeah, no, he's. That is true. He just.
I didn't hear Frank. I apologize.
Or talent, but no, he just does.
No, he just does. I like him. Before we move on?
Gains! Oh, I missed. Echo did not.
Anything else before we move on, guys?
Yeah, like I said, Blue, he got dumped for Pink, man. Freaking awesome.
That is true. That is true.
We talk about the stalker stalker episode that he had.
Yes, the stalker episode.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, she shot the him back quick.
Yeah. He said, nah, I want your friends. She's like, listen.
Yeah. Alright. Well, anyway, that's Blue. Next up is, what's her title? The Dashing Lightning, here to make greed. Senna.
9.
A 9? Nah, I give her an 8. I give her
an 8 as well. She fine, but like other than the 5 split into 5 episode, I didn't feel like.
I mean, her freaking, what was that episode?
Like
the Geki Ranger episode, the little trivia episode.
See, I was eagerly anticipating that because I liked Geki Ranger, and that episode did nothing for me. I wanted to like it so bad. I'm just like, oh, let's have.
I feel like it was.
Let's have people talk like babies for a few.
It was Speed the movie. Yeah. That was the plot. The plot was Speed the movie. Yeah. But like, I liked it. It was a nice little nod to the Geki Ranger.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to like it a lot more than I did.
You might have liked it a lot more if the Geki Rangers actually showed up. You might have liked it a lot more.
Got like the actual Geki Rangers, at least one of them. But yeah,
it's cool though. I
do think her best episode though was the 5 Sennas episode.
Oh yeah, that was definitely her best episode. Her early episode with the I want to say Hanafuda cards. I'm guaranteed wrong, but. That card thing, that card game that she was playing?
Yeah.
Or the show
I know yeah.
Freaking, I'm thinking of Soccer Wars. I'm so sorry. I want to call it Koi Koi. No, that's not the right one though.
Brock, I gotta show you the games.
Oh, showing me gains. I feel the gains. You have truly made great gains.
But yeah, like that was awesome.
That just went straight into the air.
Also, that was a pretty good.
Oh no, it didn't. Hello.
So, this didn't.
So where we at with Senna? Do we talk about favorite moments for everybody too? Like,
look, it's a lot for me. I don't need to tell.
Alright, like, we know what you was watching. You was watching that Glue episode. You was watching that Glue episode, wasn't you, bro?
I don't even say
that Glue episode was stupid, you know.
That episode was actually not too terrible, I thought.
It was fun.
Which one?
Where they got glued to everything. And
the glue.
And he got glued to, Jiro got glued to his girlfriend.
They were holding hands so lewd.
Stop.
I would assume we would talk about that when we get to Red, but...
We will, but it
was terrifying.
Honestly, it wasn't bad. Senna, I give an 8, just like Saya.
He
did, but yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it's a show,
stop.
That's so lewd, holding hands.
Stop. That has nothing to do with Kiramager. What the fuck?
I'll take the games.
Karuta, by the way. Karuta. The card game.
Thank you.
No, I give her a 7. Not that she didn't have like a lot of good moments. She did. I didn't like. I wasn't as attached to her as I was the other ones.
That's fair.
I just didn't like. I'm just not a fan of like the bubble.
Eat the games, right? Oh shit! Eat the games.
I guess that's okay.
Although Mach is kind of creeper at the end there, so
yeah,
right halfway through the series.
He made me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, you a little too
Do I
much,
need to mention the episode where they switch bodies? Well, I already did. So. Where like where the machines and them switch bodies and whatnot. That's a good episode for the machines. It is. It's a good episode like for the machines, get some development on them and all their relationships. But
yeah, it's like and I'm just like, stop, dude.
Maha, you need to chill out, Maha.
And he just
it's
cowering
even more
in the corner.
glorious in person.
He just cowering in the corner, like, I need to protect my lady's body. No.
It was a good episode, but pretty much.
Also, because we forgot to mention it with Blue. Blue and Jetter and Blue's relationship. I mean, it wasn't really much. Like,
he's like, bro,
they
so
never
cool.
really expounded on it.
He's used the Konohamaru to Naruto.
Like
he's like,
Blue,
big bro, you're so freaking cool. He's like, yeah, I know.
Just like Jetter just kind of became like Blue's wingman, just like, oh man, he's so cool, he's so awesome, big bro is amazing.
Blaze getting nuked.
Didn't expand any more than that.
I'll let you guys take Blaze and show him the way of gains. I'll sit to the side for a moment. Blaze, if you're not gonna participate in gainful gameness, I'm sorry.
I'll hold him down, Echo. I'll hold him down. Get him.
Find the nuke. Oh, you mother. Getting that nuke.
No, got him.
Oh no, mine didn't come out.
Again,
There we go.
Oh my god.
So,
I agree to 7, 8s, 9s. All right.
Yeah, I give 7 and 8. Just because of bias. Otherwise, I give her a 7.
I know, you know my number.
You said it right away. You said the 9.
Love potion number 9. Yeah.
All right, but that's
Dating
Senna.
myself in a big way, but
realize what's going on. Would not be resisting.
Dang it.
I killed myself.
Hey, you supposed to eat the games, motherfucker. Don't run like that. Oh, get him back in that meat.
All right. And with Senna's ratings down, we move on.
I see them both pop up. I'm like, uh-oh.
Hey, hit the game. Yeah. Oh, you a bitch. Oh, you a bitch.
All right, with Senna's done, we move on to the precise shooting Kirame Yellow, Tametomo.
Alright, everybody, let's reward it right now. Most valuable member of the team. The most valuable rating.
Bar none.
He's
Drew
the
can do as many
character.
magical ass pulls as he wants, but Yellow's like, nah, I got a plan for that.
He's a gamer. He threw the gamer mind in there. He's like, yo, we gonna win this game at Apex, bro.
I gotta talk about
this.
that. When they first said in like the cast listing and whatnot, they gave Kirame Yellow, oh, he's like an esports champion. He's a gamer dude. I was like, oh my god, he's just gonna be like the stereotypical like
so
gamer nerd. LOL, LOL, lead speak and whatnot. That's what I thought. But then when we actually get introduced to him, and he's a completely different person, he's like an actual leader who makes plans and all that stuff. And he's just cool, and I was just like, man, he's so good. He has my support. 100%.
Handing out L's in Tekken 7. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, like no, you could tell he was like the captain of his esports team. Because the way he had all the plans and stuff, you could tell.
But the fact he's so much more than that, though. He's not just. That's what impressed me about him. That's what impressed me about him.
He was the pseudo leader.
Pseudo?
No, he was straight up the leader.
He was the leader. And the only reason Juro's called the leader is because he allows it.
That's literally why I said that. That's
it's
why
to
I
make
said
Jiro feel more confident.
Jiro didn't even care about being the leader. It's just friggin' Shovelo was like, nah, dude.
Also, Shovelo and him probably had the best relationship, I think, of any of the Rangers with their mechs. Shovelo and Tameto's relationship is just so good throughout. It's like, he reminds me of my grandpa, you know? We get that depressing backstory about Tameto's grandpa, unfortunately. It's like,
I killed myself. It's no big deal.
I thought that was 9 me.
No, no, that was definitely me.
But it's fine. It's fine, man. Like,
but Yellow throughout the series has like the best episodes. Like,
yes.
I mentioned the reset episode where he's going through the time loop over and over again. And he's just like, all right, the only way to beat this dude is just wear him down. Just like, and he just shows up there every single time, ready to beat him down.
It's a great moment. I don't want to take away from Yellow at all. If that's what it seems like. No, I'm not taking away from it at all. I'm just saying, like, dude's awesome.
Yes. He is awesome.
But like, I only called him a pseudo leader because he's technically. I know they consider him a leader, but like, it's just that one episode where it's like, nah, Jiro's leader.
And like, every single plan he comes up with is just great. Like, there was one in the sniper episode.
The sniper episode plan was nice.
That was good.
The final plan against Yodan was awesome.
Oh, come on, Kuzan, bro. You need
the final plan against Yodan was also really great. Just like Senna runs up and is about to destroy. Obviously, Yoda knocks her away. Just like, all part of the plan. Bam! So good. And then we already mentioned the episode where the blue-yellow team-up episode. That's also really good.
I honestly didn't care about that episode that much.
I liked it.
Oh, it still hurt. Oh, it still hurt.
But no, Yellow... Yellow's is perfect 10. 10 out of 10 for me. Like...
I'll give him a 9.
I don't really see any flaws with him, so...
That's fair, but I'm gonna give him a 9.
I'll give you a 9.
Yeah. Like Garza, I'll give him a 9. I'm not.
You just don't want to give him a 10, or?
Partly because giving perfect 10s shows that a lack of objectivity.
If I give the biased answer, yes, I'll give him a 10 if I was biased. If I want to throw the bias in there, like I did with Senna and Saya. Biased answer 10, real answer freaking a 9.
All right.
Like how Senna and Saya's answer was probably better.
All right, fine. I really liked him, and that's it. All right, and with that, we move on to Red. Drew. I think he was a pretty decent Red.
I give him an 8.
He's by far my least favorite member of the cast, by a large margin. I wanted to like him, but
I'm gonna disagree with you,
I do not like.
I give him a 7.5. That's okay.
Okay, like I know I'm doing so good, but I'll say this: I will admire his passion for drawing and everything else, but he still had. Well, like I can't say he's even off the guy one. It looks like he's still got a lot more to go through, and he has a lot of work. Even in that one episode where like all his teams really have to train him. And before they able to do a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, the King Express.
It was definitely his best episode for sure.
Yeah, it was good. Like it was good. It was good.
Oh, thank you.
That's one of the things I will definitely give this guy. His passion and his kid mentality.
What I liked most about Jiro was that he was a Red who didn't necessarily take the focus from his team.
Yes, I give him that. He's not like the Red we've had a lot in recent years.
That's why I like him. He's like the team.
He like steals the spotlight, and he's that go personality, or he's the hot-headed one. He's not that at all. He's kind of timid, kind of shy. He just likes drawing. That's what he does, and he likes making other people shine too. So he helps his team out a lot. Like
that's what made him good to me. It was like, nah, dude.
Yeah, and I also see all that, and I think that all that is positive.
That's exactly why I like him more. I want to say like nah, dude. No. I don't get the shine. I let my team go, which is why we got so many cool moments from the rest of his team. He shines when they shine. And that's like I like that. He's a supportive Red.
My one knock I will give him is the same thing as Frag. Is just he kind of just BS BS imagination powers.
Yeah,
like,
it's just that.
And then
like,
they
they do
lampshade
better.
at the end. It's like it's a lovely coincidence. It just so happens that it works out.
And you know, every idea he ever had is the same thing as the king had at some point, like the Phoenix thing and all that. I'm just like, well, okay. That sort of undercuts him completely. I'm like, but doesn't that mean that Crantula is in fact the more original creator here? Isn't that a little distressing?
You can say that.
About that? It was a bit. I was like,
Oh no, Blaze.
To be fair to Juru, as far as we know, the original mech design had nothing to do with the king.
Yeah,
like,
Blaze.
The original version.
That's true. That's true. It didn't.
It
did not.
Everything else, though, like
like
King
the train.
King Express would only work if the king with the white crystal thing, and he had the vision with him there.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, one of the mechs is the king itself. So.
Yeah, like no, Jiro, I'll give a solid 8. I like.
Here we go. Finally.
I'll give him an 8 too. I'll give Jiro an 8.
Finally.
Act the game.
It's time for games.
Alright, so
He's not the greatest Red ever, but I think he's Oh god.
Oh yes.
Oh god.
we had
Big
the
bulky boys just fighting each other.
Sorry about that. Going back to Kiramager. Yeah, man, Red was cool. And funny enough, I want to say fun fact, IRL, he's friends with 01.
You know that.
That's friends.
That's true.
Which works because their seasons are like, since Ryu Soldier was like counterpart from. No.
Ryu Soldier would have been the counterpart.
To Geo, so it's like it's cool
Yeah.
that 01 and Kiramager are counterparts, and they're best friends.
Come here, motherfucker. Eat the
Yeah.
games.
Also, Red survived COVID, so there's that.
Yeah.
We all remember that.
Red's actor's super cool. Super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like a decent. I mean, he could do a backflip. So
He can do a backflip.
Like my
that gives him extra
estimation of
points
him
right there.
improved
said I did the whole
as
backflip.
the season went along. But like about half the season, I was just like,
Yeah.
he just exists to pull merch out his ass, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's
Alright,
not working for me. But
I'll do one more.
then his actual character-centric episodes were largely pretty good. Like, you know, the one with the glue and the girlfriend.
The rap battle
Shall
episode,
we?
even though shut up, even the rap battle one, even though he can't rap to save his
He
life with
can't rap
Masha.
at all, and it was a lyric. You're a terrible rapper. What are you even doing?
Holy shit!
Friggin' Masha and Fire came in, was like, nah, boy, let me show you how it's done. I was like, okay, fine.
That was definitely the best part of that episode.
You need to have
It's just like-
respect in your disses.
Yeah, they're just how it's like, oh, they start off by being real angry, and it's like, oh no, it's because they're gonna win the rap battle. I'm like, oh, that's clever. I like that. I was expecting that episode to be very cringeworthy, and it did not turn out that way, and I was quite pleased. Blah.
Yeah, no, again, a lot of the episodes in this series are really
like
good.
a lot of rap
Yeah.
battle episodes aren't that good.
How many of our rap battle episodes have we gotten? This
I
ever?
meant in general. Not like them just in general.
Oh shit!
Alright.
I'm dead.
Nah, it's not.
So, anyway,
Show them the game.
did everyone give their rankings for Red yet? Or
I give him an 8.
I gave him
I know you gave them 8. I gave
I'm
them 8.
sorry, Frag. The
6.
game.
I'm sorry, I was getting them with the gains.
Craig, you gotta get launched with a new good.
Oh, okay.
Retrospective.
It is all good.
Give them 8.
But yeah, man.
That's enough for me. I have to go to bed.
All right.
I think we're right about done. Anyways, we talked about everybody.
We talked about solid 8. Good job.
I gave him a 7.5.
7.5. All right.
What about you, Silver?
I think I'm a 7.5.
Yeah.
All right.
But that was fun.
We're not done yet, bro. Now, as a whole, so this one goes to Bragg and Dunn. As a whole, how do you feel about Kiramager?
I haven't watched it.
That's why I said it. That's why I
just
said
quickly before
I'm not done, not please.
just quickly before we talk about the whole thing. Just music wise, I gotta shout out the music.
Fine.
I really like the music. The opening, the ending is fire. I love the ending, and a lot of the other little songs in between are also really good. Especially the Kiramagen's theme. We don't hear that often, but it's there. Whenever it turns on, it's really good.
The insert songs I thought were really, really good. The Kiramagen theme, absolutely, and it's always only in the background. It's you barely hear it, and it's really good.
I really wish I got my phone.
I'd put it over the main theme and even the ending theme. I think.
I also will say that
I like the ending theme a bit better than I like the intro. Though the intro I think is slightly more catchy.
The ending is hype.
Yeah. So the opening theme, the ending, the music for Kiramager is pretty solid. Like the show as a whole, I honestly think is really solid. So the music being solid, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will say about
Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead, Silver.
I was gonna say, like, one thing I will say about the opening, it is off that little happy, a little bit of a happy tone Sentai opening, like how most would be, but more of like the older, more of like the older types if you catch like that, like how some of them are really like happy tunes and whatnot, like that, that's the vibes I really think it gets off. Not in the catchy sort of way, because some of the old ones I found like more catchy.
Yeah, the whole series is very back to basics for Sentai.
Yeah, it felt that way to me too, which I liked. I just was hoping to enjoy the series or be more excited watching the series than I was.
Yeah,
like there were great moments, but there were also stretches of tedium and some really questionable
going
decisions.
through just the whole series now, it just felt like a lot of it was filler, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just
also
because a lot of the episodes were really good.
I want to say also,
go ahead. A lot of times fans will not want a show that like filler isn't bad, but it just depends on how much amount of filler you can put into the damn show. So at that point,
I say it's more quality if it's all good or not.
I guess like the key distinction I think that can be made here is like say the difference between Kiramager and Kiramager is that Kiramager does a better job with its episodic episodes and doesn't really care about being a overarching plot, whereas Kiramager has that overarching plot and then doesn't progress that or do anything with it, or does really questionable things with it, like let's
Garza.
like this shenanigans with Garza, and it's like okay, because I want to be invested in where they're going with the plot, but it's not a plot heavy season, but it wants you to think that it is, so it does wind up being kind of filler. It feels more like it's filler rather than episodic. And that, I think, works to its detriment, unfortunately. I'd like it a little better if it focused less on plot, maybe, and more on episodic or vice versa, and not try to walk the line the way it did, because I don't think it walked the line very well.
I can agree with that.
I did like a lot of the series, but there was a bunch where I was just like, eh.
I will say there's times where I was like really hyped over Kiramager, and there's times so like it was mainly towards the beginning where I was just like, eh. But like Kiramager was so consistent for me that I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought it would. Cause like, and then like
I don't think there was ever like a truly terrible episode.
Yeah, especially during the pandemic, which we're still in, by the way. people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I had no idea. Really? Where do you guys live?
But yeah,
Unfortunately, USF fucking A.
but like Kiramager also aired during that, so like maybe that's probably why I cut some things a little bit of slack here. Maybe.
And the red came down with the rope.
He did.
He did at the very early start of the series. He did come out.
Yep.
To be honest,
They announced that like right before or in the middle of the hiatus or whatever.
yeah, honestly, if I'm being completely honest,
That's what started the hiatus, I think.
I forgot about that. Then he caught it. I was like,
And he recovered. He recovered.
Caught it. They were.
And said 2 weeks.
Good health to him.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah,
no,
like, when I
Kiramager. The fact
But, yeah,
that
I'm
it
like,
was
oh,
able
that's-
to remain this consistent. I'm sorry, Silver. Go ahead. My bad.
no. I was about to say like when it happened, I'm like, oh, it sucks. But I'm like, he's young. He should be healthy unless he just got really fucked up or whatever. But other than that,
Or loses his sense of taste.
Yeah.
And or smell.
But like,
that's just. But I'm just talking about before we can.
Well, some people it's permanent because it does actual neural damage.
Oh,
Shit's fucked up.
that's
Yeah, it can get pretty bad.
Disease is no joke.
I hope he just had like a mild case.
that's a little side tangent. But like,
the whole thing about some people being permanent, that I was not fully aware of.
Yeah, there's
yeah.
it's not on everyone who loses their smell and taste. Not everybody loses their smell and taste, but some people it is
Yeah.
possibly forever because they haven't recovered it yet.
The possibility is there.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like the fact that Kiramager aired during that and was still pretty consistent is just like a testament
Yeah,
to
no,
how good the show is.
props to cast it through.
Yo, Pepper. Don't grind me like that.
Yeah, they made it work. Whereas the other shows, which had all the free time and like sources to do so, didn't fare as well. That's what, so like the writer of Kiramager, I hope you come back and do a lot more because you really did good. Some decisions aside, you really did good with the show. Like, it's honestly one of my favorites in time.
My only real story knack is the one I've said at the beginning. Like Garza just should have been the big bad. Should have been like the final villain.
It's kind of an example of like KISS principle where it's like just go with it. It works. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Keep it straightforward. I mean, it's not a great example of KISS, but it would have been. It's like. Like, it was a perfect time where it's like, you don't have to have the added layer there. What you have works.
Mm-hmm. But other than that, I think the series overall was real good. It's solid.
Yeah, I really love Kiramager. That for me, it's one of the top 10, one of my top 10 favorites in time.
That was awesome.
Because it's
I will say, I would probably say I liked Ryusoja more, just personally.
That's fair. That's also a really good season. It took a minute for me to like say, "Oh, we got that good," but like
a lot of the recent series, I'd say like from like Jojo on, I'd say it's pretty good.
Yeah, they either have good characters, good story, or a decent balance. Like Kiramager.
My terms with these past two series, well, so far with Kiramager and Retrospective, I feel like I'm gonna like them a little bit equally, but maybe Retrospective a tad bit more because I really do like the whole medieval 90s feel that we put into it. I really do enjoy that so damn much.
Yep.
I really do like that.
All right. So with all that, rankings as a whole for the series,
I give it
an 8.
8.5 to a 9.
All right.
I was really enjoying it. I haven't really enjoyed it since
I might be a little generous with the 8, but I'll also give it an 8.
I'll give it a 7. I did like it, but I am willing to be rather harsh.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm being a little too lenient.
7 or 8, I'd say.
But I also don't have
7.5.
appropriate
7.5.
because I haven't really watched a Sentai, certainly not as it was airing, since Go Buster. Shit, I think. I might have seen Ninja and then did everything in my power to forget that I did because I know I didn't enjoy
Understandable.
I'm pretty confident I did not see all of Ninja.
I just love how he
Like I just haven't enjoyed a Sentai like in recent years. I've enjoyed like I'm not saying that Sentai recent years hasn't been good. I want to say like as consistently as I did Kiramager. Like I like bits and pieces of a Sentai. Or, like the back half of one, which is why I think is really good. But like Kiramager was just so consistent to me. And I had a lot of fun watching it. So. Which is that's why I rated that high. I got knocked away, so I can help you. That's why I rated it so high, like 8.5 so high.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
In more recent years, like basically like with the 3 most recent series from Loop Pad all the way to Kiramager. The reason why I just had so much fun with Loop Pad was just the whole aesthetic and the whole persona vibe that it gave off on me. The whole versus scene and the music, I really enjoyed the soundtrack for both sides. I really did. Where Loop Pad, they got that little jazz, the boop, 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 and then Pirate, they got that whole action, the action police. And I just love it. I love how they mix them up together. But I really have so much fun with it. Like it was just so.
I probably tie in my personal opinion that we've had.
If in terms of recent Sentai, I'd put Kiramager right under Zyuohger. To be fair, I put it right under that because I definitely like Zyuohger.
I'll also say that I will say I think I like Zyuohger a little bit more.
I gotta watch it a little bit more. If I'm just saying, like my one friend, he got into it. You know, he got into it before me, so I'm definitely understand. That series is what actually got him into running because Joe showed up in it, and then he went from that to Joe, but he just stopped.
All right, and
so yeah, like Kiramager I enjoyed, but I mainly enjoyed the back half of Kiramager, which is why I like it. Cause like once they got their footing, I was like, okay, we got something here. Same with Loop Pad, I just really enjoyed the characters over the story. I want to say like, oh no, friggin' the Pad Rangers got shafted. It was mainly in terms of toys and stuff, toys and power-ups. But like character-wise, like I said, I think like both reds, pink, and maybe a little bit of blue and yellow got some decent development. Didn't care for Noel. The whole playing both sides kind of in. But this is about Kiramager. So like, I ain't gonna say Kiramager has been so consistent. I've just enjoyed it all the way through from beginning to end, and I haven't really felt like that with a Sentai. A bit. So
well, here's hoping that continues with Zenkaiger then.
Really,
I really want to be excited for Zenkaiger, and in a lot of ways I am. But I'm also remembering it's an anniversary series, and I historically have not liked Toei's anniversary series.
Yeah, they focus more on the merch than the actual celebration of the series.
I want to be real excited, but I'm managing my expectations.
You know what? He's not
I'm thinking it's looking pretty good. Like they got the same guy who did like Go Rangers music back in the day.
Yeah.
So.
But
I forgot the theme is by the dude from Ultraman. I forgot which one.
Dynaman.
Yeah,
oh, Dynaman.
Ultraman Dyna, sorry.
Oh, yes, yeah. Who's part of Happy Sons.
Alright, so before we close this off, any hope, we already started talking about it, so it's a good segue. Any hopes for Zenkaiger going forward? And I'm also really excited for Ryu Soldier versus Kiramager. I'm glad they decided to do it.
I'm really hyped for that as well. I hope that's gonna. My main hope is just that with Zenkaiger, is just that it keeps up the pace that the show had.
Yeah, just be enjoyable. Like Frag said, when it comes to anniversary season, Toei cares more about selling the merch than like
anything else. Yeah.
Respecting the anniversary. Not necessarily respecting the anniversary.
It definitely seems like this one was planned to be like a big anniversary. Like, celebrating a lot of stuff.
Maybe they'll.
45 seems like a kind of weird number to do that, but okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Especially with 50 right around the corner, but you know, that's 5 years away. So.
Just shot me in the face. But like, you know, same like how I it's weird to bring up Gokaiger, but at the same time it's not. But like that kind of felt like a celebration.
That's an anniversary series.
Yeah, it felt like a celebration of Super Sentai as a whole, especially like the cameos, the 199 Super Sentai battle. But yeah, also
Gokaiger is actually a really good anniversary. So.
But also, like it came off that big earthquake, and like a lot of old Sentai Sentai alum want to be like, nah, for the kids, we want to do something special. So we'll like a lot of them wanted to come like cheer the kids up, show up, you know. So maybe we'll get something like that with Zenkaiger because of this.
I mean, there is a global pandemic going on.
Exactly. That's why I said maybe we'll get something like that. Maybe not. Like who knows? But I just want that fun energy. As long as you're fun, I'll enjoy you. I enjoyed Geo.
It seems like it's got that. Although they did steal directly from Kirby, so I'm a little miffed.
He's talking about one of the music bits. It sounds very.
If you listen to the standby for the Mets, it goes da 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 da, which is the intro to Gourmet Race.
No.
So, yeah. Well, the Gourmet Race goes. How did? Yeah. It is Gourmet Race, just slowed down. At least the intro little
unfortunately string. The Japanese and originality have yet to meet in a long time.
Well, I don't think it's actually
I really don't think
you know.
Well, that's part of the problem. Is it's not intentional.
I'm sorry.
But my only real gripe with Zenkaiger so far is just the mechs, like, especially like their animal forms are.
The animal forms are horrific. Like there's
Absolutely.
nothing okay about that.
No.
That's high octane nightmare fuel. I haven't been that skeezed out by a giant robot component since Neon Genesis Evangelion.
The lion and the T-Rex just look real rough.
Huge giant mouths, tiny stubby limbs. They look.
Lion doesn't have a stomach.
Yeah. Like it'll just bite you to shreds and then, you know, shit out the remains. It's horrible. Really. It's very. I've put a lot of thought into this.
No.
It's not okay.
You don't put no more thought.
The actual like Ranger designs look fine. At least they kind of grow on me.
Yeah, they look great. The formed robots look fine because
I do like that the four robots are based on like previous mechs. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I also like how Zenkaiger.
And one of them's a fucking Gal Ranger mech, so yo Gal Ranger support. What up?
I like how Zenkaiger is just a color that wasn't a part of the Go Rangers team, because that's what it feels like. He's like, I'm just another member, man. That's what it feels like. We can line them up, and it's like it's not that different.
Here's the interesting thing. They released like the roll call, or like footage from the audio of the roll call was leaked or something. Yeah. And they each say, each of the main Rangers say like, how do I say it? It's like the first part of the Ranger's name that they're referencing. For example, Juren is referencing Zyu Ranger, so he says Kyoryu power.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Kyoryu Sentai Zyu Ranger. Yeah, and Gaon says Hyakuju power, referencing Hyakuju Sentai Gao Ranger. Zenkaiger does Himitsu power, directly referencing Go Ranger, Himitsu Sentai Go Ranger, which I thought is really cool.
Yeah, that's. No, I agree. That's pretty cool. I like that. Mm-hmm. So alright. So any more hopes for Zenkaiger as we wrap it up?
I just hope it's a fun anniversary. And
I hope that the robot buddies don't turn out to be people.
Like,
I'll accept brain in a box. I'll accept that they're like cyborgized people. There's a brain in there, but there's no actual person.
I think they're just robots, but I could be wrong.
I believe so. but
see, like,
I want that to be absolutely the case.
Alright, go
Because
ahead,
I have.
I want to see how the attorney to I heard the match and stuff. I really want to see what they're going to do with that, especially regional. Because that means, by the way Blue looks like he's going for the
Volcano?
Yeah, or Volcano, or the basically the robot or actual man-made that kind of together.
He's the vehicles of Mecha. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that means like almost every other like man or brigade match that's out there. So that really gets me curious.
Yeah, I'm hoping there's some nice, like, I don't think they're gonna do tribute episodes for like every single season, because
that's a lot.
That's the entire fuck.
That's
the
like
entire
all your
show, entire run. That is like
unless they're planning on doing
run.
like a 60, 70, 80 episode run, like
right.
Go Ranger had, which is like 85, I think.
Ranger had? Yeah, somewhere in the 80s.
It's a lot.
Because what I'm thinking,
like, seasons, so.
I'm thinking if it's categorized and actually doing it, these vehicle based and whatever people would like, that's their Ranger, we got
Dead. You're not dead.
I see what you're
Don't
saying.
cry.
You're like referencing other Sentai, not just the one that they're obviously.
Yeah, but it just depends on how they're gonna tap into it. And I'm really curious to see how that change it works too. I might go ahead and get it. I don't know yet.
Yeah, they've been very like tight about how everything works with Zenkaiger right now. We'll find out everything next week.
Yeah,
I thought they were gonna take a week break.
Anniversary
Are they?
They're not taking.
I
sort of assumed they were, but if they are going straight in, I don't know.
Yeah. So.
I thought they usually just go straight into the next series. It was like.
No, I remember they just like last year they just went straight in, but they might go straight in. Who knows?
Let me just.
Well, either way.
Zenkaiger.
No, we can discuss that.
Nope, start date is next week.
Right.
You got 1 week to prepare for the premiere of Zenkaiger.
Well,
although we did see the preview episode, so just quickly, it looks like only Juran appears, so it looks like he's going to be building the team. That's what it seems like anyway.
Oh, so that's
So we get the main character and the red mech, and then I assume next week is the yellow afterwards.
That's cool.
But yeah, cheers to Zenkaiger. I hope you do well. Cheers to Kiramager. You had a great run.
Thank you, Kiramager, because like you did it. You gave us a year of consistency and fun, and like pretty good.
And here's one more to Jiro during a backflip.
Wow.
Jiro's backflip. You are.
Look, if you're going to be honest, that's the greatest moment of Jiro's character.
For you.
I'm just kidding. I'm 100% just kidding.
I help had you was so lewd.
I asked you to stop.
You did, and I did not listen, and I am sorry.
Are you though? If you were sorry, you wouldn't have done it.
Cheers to Kiramager. It's been a great one.
Cheers.
It's not quite over for you yet, but
I am kind of excited for the movie, even though I haven't seen.
Yeah. We forgot to talk about the movie.
We talked a little.
No. Wait. Actually, no. The movie's not come out yet. For we didn't get a subject. Never mind.
You mean the winter movie that they had? Or?
Yeah. No. Did they have a winter movie?
They did, didn't they? Like,
I don't think they did.
They referenced it in the show where they said they were trapped in the dreams. The View referenced it in the last episode.
I thought
okay.
That was
So
a thing
that's a reference
the series
to
that I fell asleep during.
No. That's a reference.
No, that's from the movie.
I just assumed it was something I slept
during. Okay, so the movie
because I've been
isn't
watching
out
them late at night, and I have to like recap every episode for myself.
No, that was a reference to the movie.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh yeah, the movie's not out yet.
That
specific movie isn't out yet. I thought. Never mind. I'm thinking of Research.
I'll say this much though. I'll say this much, and this goes out to Echo. I'll say this much: like it's been pretty damn cool because I also like to see fans enjoy their passion for like a damn series. So the fact that you enjoy Kiramager this much is fucking awesome. Dude.
Fucking good job.
Props to you. Kudos to you on that.
Like,
you know,
Ryder.
It's awesome.
Ryder, I need you to take some notes on being consistent. Please.
What the fuck are you talking about? Saber's awesome!
See, I wasn't talking about Saber. I wasn't talking about Saber. Look at you.
Alright then.
You getting defensive. I wasn't talking about Saber. I'm talking about older seasons.
Thou doth protest to
Look
my
at you. Look at you. Look at you.
Dan, you my boy, but shit, come on now.
You set yourself up. You set yourself up for that one.
You went straight into defense mode. I'm like,
Yeah, so something wrong with Saber?
He's the one who went
You can also be awesome and still not be consistent. These two are not.
Ryder. He didn't really
Yeah,
specify
I wasn't
it.
talking about Saber. I was talking about older seasons. Take notes for when you make another season.
Whatever.
That's why
So-
I'm like, well,
So what's up with
you
Saber that I'm
my
not knowing right now? You got me worried, man. I'm trying to do catch
No,
up.
it's awesome. It's fucking awesome. Watch it now.
Alright. Alright.
I got some with
Like, no, I'm
Spectre
seriously,
watch.
I'm loving Saber. Like,
Oh,
it's
that
great.
was another bit of news we forgot to talk about. Real quick,
what?
too. There was a bit of news. Metal Heroes are coming to Crunchyroll.
Oh, there's that.
Well,
I did not
just
know
beyond
that.
is-
Just beyond. But I forgot to talk about that. That's a bit of news to wrap up the day. Kiramager,
which
good
isn't
job.
like I'm not downplaying that. Just Beyond is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's
It's better
so
late
good.
than never.
I
That's
highly-
all I'm saying. Better late than
Yeah.
never.
So, our message for at the end of the day is instead of watch Gavin, it's watch Just Beyond. Is that what we're saying?
Today it is,
Yeah.
but tomorrow it's definitely Watch Gavin.
Yeah.
Once you're
All
done
right.
with Just
Well,
Beyond.
Yeah.
Look, Metal Heroes is dope.
That's what I'm saying.
Just Beyond.
So now we
Just
got
Beyond.
we got Metal Heroes, Ultraman, and Pretty Hero Crunchyroll, as well as Gundam. Y'all best watch. Y'all best watch. Kirame Sparking. We out.
All right.
out.
Get on there.
Later, everybody.
Deuces.
Good night.
Sayonara.